Not a bad tune. Man, I should get the rights to that song. Hey!
I love the intro music, man. That just gets me going. That really just gets me going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, everybody. This is Johnny Beane and John Mancuda. This is Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. It is June 22nd, 2021, 8:14 p.m. Eastern, 5:14 Pacific, and we actually we have a poll in the chat as we were waiting. And if you guys can see that, it was asking, will we be starting on time this evening? 9% yes, 39% no, and 52% are you kidding? So thank you so much, you guys. But we are here. We are here. You can continue voting, or maybe throughout the show, we'll have different polls in the chat.
Is that a new thing that we have polls? Because I only have the one between my legs.
It's a new. It's not new to YouTube, but it's a new feature to the channel here. So it's very cool. Very cool. And let's just say hello to our executive producers here on Johnny Beane TV on YouTube. They are Charles Green, Wayno, Joe Christian, Michael B, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, Bent Tom, The Chad, James Gum, David Shea Gamori, Lenny Lou and Mary, Michael Smith, The Captain, Randy Price, Stephen Franklin, Dad Halen, Crazy Cook 678, John Moronic, Jim Murray Hawkins, Mike Neese, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael?
Yes, they are the top tier of channel membership here on YouTube. And if you'd like to become a channel member, click the join button right below the 18 thumbs ups. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You'll notice the channel members in the chat. Their names are in green. They got little emojis next to their names. They get access to special emojis on the channel here. They get extra content, early access to content, a lot of extra stuff. So consider becoming a channel member and supporting the channel. Thank you so much. And let's see. And with YouTube, any donations to the channel, any super chats will change the color of my lights. So if you look behind me, you see they're like kind of bluish purple and pink. Any super chats where you can have your questions, your comments, just want to say hi, just want to help out, that will magically change the color of these lights throughout the show. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for those. And we're currently live in the Johnny Beane TV group. Actually, that's not the group. That's the page. I think we're live in the group as well. Johnny Beane TV on Facebook, where we have Facebook stars. If you'd like to help support the shows, any Facebook stars will get you seen on Facebook. And we're also live in the Van Halen 1974 to 2020 Facebook group, where we're just about at 60,000 members. When I took this group over just a little over a year and some ago, we were at 13,000. Now we're almost at 60,000. It's growing. It's getting bigger every day. And for you Van Halen fans, that's the group you want to be at. We're the second biggest group on Facebook. I did a live video in there earlier today, talking to some of the members in there, and so make sure to check it out. And here's John.
Yay! I'm like between two things as I'm on the show. The timing is just terrible. I won't say what else is going on, but I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to balance right now. So please forgive me if I'm looking down. I swear I'm not looking at my penis. I mean, you can tell because I don't have a magnifier. So I'm definitely just trying to cover some bases also while we're on the air tonight. But I am here.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Well, hey, whatever you got to do, it kills time.
Oh, it's like a masturbate?
No.
Oh. All right.
Man. Well, who do we got? Can you see the chat?
Let me hold on. We
got 63 watching us.
And climbing quick. Let's say hi to Rico B, Brendan Buttcheeks, my buddy Fruitcake Tony. Thank you for having me on show. Your pick a birthday show this weekend. That was a lot of fun. CK, who was also there, my buddy CK. Stephen Franklin, my girl Sandra Picorni. Picorni, me love you long time. Let's see, R2, R3, Locking Nut, Thomas Santiago, Thunder Falcon, Eduardo Moreno Porto. Good evening. My buddy Renus Pinkel, Mr. Hellstorm 70. Why are you laughing when I said Renus Pinkel?
Renus is crazy, man. He boost. He puts some crazy stuff in the group, man.
Penis.
In the Van Halen group, he trolls in there, and he gets them going, man. It's keep it up, man.
I was trolling a little bit in the Van Halen group this week, also myself. I put up. Could you bring up that meme?
Yeah.
Bring up that meme.
We got the one that's in here.
I got the quote. Well, not that one, but I put up a quote. If you can't bring it up, I'll just show a photo of it.
Well, it's the same pic, but it's
but it basically what it was is I had let's see, I'd put up basically saying what Dildo Crosby had said about Eddie Van Halen being meh. So I just put this up, and I put up the quote. I put up this with him on it. There you go.
Metallica.
Man, and it just started a firestorm of people ripping him apart. And he's not relevant at all. Hey, David, you got another liver? And I mean, they were just ripping Crosby apart. Imagine if I posted this voodoo doll of Crosby. I mean, just imagine the flames starting there. So
hey, Marcy Douglas on Facebook. Hey,
let's see who else. Stephen Franklin, how you doing, brother? Let's see who else we got. Marcy, of course. Charles Green, executive producer Charles Green, also at Tony's birthday show this weekend.
Charles, I was there too. You
were there briefly. You made a quick entrance, and then I think you hit the drive-through. You're like, hold on one second. Hey, Tony, blah blah. Can I take your order, please? Hold on. Yay, Tony! Happy birthday to your show, and it's great to see everyone. And would you like to jumbo size it? Hold on. And then you started ordering the rest of tacos.
Well, I mean, it was Taco Saturday, so.
But you were there. You were
whatever day that was.
You were absolutely.
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
I saw you. You
saw me.
I definitely saw you.
Okay. And speaking of there, you ready? No? Yes. Okay. Neanderthal.
He's there. Right there.
There he is.
I see him. He's right there.
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be here to play with you.
Hey.
Hello.
You'll notice I look very greasy and gross today. It's because I have just got out of my finally fixed pool. My pool was messed up for weeks, and it turned green yesterday, which was fun because the pool filter hadn't run since Thursday morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we had 118-degree heat, so.
I thought you looked moist and very attractive.
Well, thank you very much. I'm going for the 1990s WWF wrestler look, where their hair is inextricably wet the whole time whenever they come out to their match. Can't quite figure it out.
Wow.
Hello, chat.
Very nice.
Hello, chat.
And I'm also, I may have to cut this short. I have,
That's what my Moyle said.
It's a good point that you say that. I have been feeding Lemmy.
No.
I have been feeding Lemmy probiotics for obvious reasons. She has what the veterinarians call the shits.
Ooh, the runs.
So, yeah, a couple of days ago, she painted my bedroom carpet. So I have been monitoring her intake, her food intake, and anytime she makes any sort of a move whatsoever, I'm like, outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside.
You're following her with a tarp.
Oh no, she's more embarrassed about it than anything else. I mean,
poor puppy.
She gets outside and
and
then the tail goes up, like a pump. The tail goes up, and I'm like, uh-oh, and then she turns around and tries to run into the house because she's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm about to do something weird. So I think she's starting to get canine Alzheimer's.
The tail starts to wiggle. Yeah. That was happening to Howie.
You should put a flag on the tail. This way.
Oh, no, I recognize it. Yeah, or a little bell.
A little bell.
Speaking of flag, false flag. Hey, man.
Turn
thank
time.
you so much.
Is that the flag we should attach to Lemmy's tail, or the false flag?
Thank you so much,
false
man.
Flag. And it begins, false flag, and it begins. Johnny's upgrading his pool to onyx from marble.
Oh yeah, you guys should see my new pool, man. It's amazing. It's got a hot tub inside it.
I have a Smurf
helicopter pad.
Pool. I have a Smurf kiddie pool.
Gross.
Yeah, there's my shirt today, by the way. Look at that, Papa Smurf, because it was just Father's Day. So
I'm not on the Smurf train. I didn't get him.
Oh, I love the Smurfs.
Yeah, Smurfs was a little younger than me.
I love the
me.
Smurfs.
I was the Smurfs.
Yes, yeah. Johnny was Smurfs.
I was all about the Smurfs. I love how there was just one Smurfette and 100 other Smurfs, all male, and they're all looking at her all thirsty and licking their chops, and
Yeah, she was. I don't know. You know her name? It's Train Smurf.
Running
Smurf.
Running a train Smurf.
Running a train Smurf.
Papa's mixing up a batch of Viagra right here.
She's Deborah Van Valkenburg in the Warriors Smurf. That's a very obscure reference for everybody.
But this generation, we probably all get it. We all know the Warriors movie. Let's see who else.
By the way, one of the worst movies ever written. It's awful.
It's awful, but it's so nostalgic.
Oh no, it's great, but it's awful. For example,
like 20 times at least.
For example, the toughest gangs in New York are on their way to Central Park for the big summit that Cyrus, who by the way looks like The Rock with a bad haircut. But Cyrus, they're on their way to go to this big gathering at Central Park of all the toughest street gangs in New York. But hang on a second, got to buy tokens. Did you notice, like in the beginning, they're all on their way, and one guy is standing at the token booth, like taking out all the MTA tokens for everybody. All right, kids, come on, token, you can go through.
Yeah, no gang members hop the rail, right?
No, not until later on when all the skinheads hop the rail in a completely empty New York City. Did you ever notice that too? As they're making their way from Central Park, the city that never sleeps, except for apparently on this evening, because the streets are completely barren as they make their way from neighborhood to neighborhood.
That'd be really funny, that scene where they do hop the turnstile. Wouldn't it be funny if they're like, whoa, who's got tokens? Yeah. I don't know. Cochise, do you have any tokens? They're coming.
Yeah, and then Slim Pickens is just standing there going, oh shit, somebody's got to go back and get a shitload of dimes. So that's a movie crossover reference is what that is.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen that movie.
Although
I just saw it once, and it was like 7 years ago, so I have no memory.
It's awful. It's an awful movie.
It's awful fun, is what.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. Don't get me wrong. I love the Warriors, but it's terrible.
Everyone loves the baseball Furies because they just look so cool.
Yeah, but they sucked. They were beaten very quickly.
They all saw. I mean, nobody's packing guns, really. I think.
Right? Yes. Nobody has.
One guy had a gun. There's 100,000 gang members. All right, who brought a gun?
Fun fact: the guy that shot Cyrus, Luther, from the
Legion
the
of
Rogues.
Doom.
No, the Rogues. Luther with the long hair. You know.
Mhm.
The Warriors did it. He's the guy with the bottles. Warriors, come on, play.
Right.
That actor also played a character named Luther in 48 Hours.
Did he? I didn't.
Same guy. Do you know the part where Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy are trying to get information, and he comes running out of the building, and Eddie Murphy takes the porch door and hits him with it. He goes, "Ooh, Luther, Luther, are you okay? Because that looked like it hurt when that door hit you." Remember that part? And then he goes, "Fuck you, Hammond. Luther, are you angry with me?" That guy is the same actor with the same name in both movies. Fun fact.
That's probably his real name too.
I don't know. He's an awful actor.
Can you dig it?
He's also the stoolie in the remake of The Longest Yard. He's the guy that goes in and tells all the guards about what's going on with the prisoners while they're practicing football. He's that guy too.
I saw the original version of that, so that one I've sort of seen.
No, that's cool.
The Burt Reynolds one.
Mr. Hellstrom says he was also in Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Sully.
Yeah.
David J. Gormley says the same thing. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Arnold lied about killing him last. I lied.
Yeah. I also love worst Arnold Schwarzenegger movie of all time.
Jingle All the Way.
Raw Deal. Where he plays the gangster with the slick back hair, and he's at the card table, and that 80s actress that's never been a really good actress, but she's in a lot of movies, is there, and she looks at him. He goes, "How you doing?" And she goes, "They say losing builds your character," and he goes, "Winning builds your wardrobe." What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, Eraser is pretty bad too, Raina Spinkle. That's not a good movie. But Raw Deal is the worst.
The fun thing about Schwarzenegger movies, it's not that they're all bad, because I enjoy them being bad.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like they're kind of made to have fun with, you know?
Now, to me, the most underrated Schwarzenegger movie.
Hey, Dwight.
Last Action Hero. I love The Last Action Hero because I don't think a lot of people got the fact that he was making fun of himself in the movie. I think a lot of people were like, "This is stupid." Like, yeah, Arnold's entire career is stupid, and he knows it.
You know what it is? Running Man was like, it could have been played very seriously, but I think because it was Arnold and Richard Dawson, it's like, you got to laugh at it. You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, Richard Dawson.
Thunderball.
The idea that Richard Dawson can be taken seriously in any role is ridiculous. He's just, you want to talk about a guy who's a worse actor than Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's Richard Dawson.
I'm surprised that guy wasn't festering with cold sores, because like through the 70s and 80s, that guy wasn't just like walking up and, "Hey, nice to see you." He was like tonguing people. And I remember the Gilligan's Island episode. He's like re-kissing Marianne, and, who else can I come up to and make out with? And he's just kissing everyone on the lips. It's like, dude, what's the deal, man? You want to tongue their ass too?
Wow. It took us 19 minutes and 23 seconds to get it to a tonguing the ass reference. Congratulations.
Stick around. It's a classy show.
I'm very proud. So anyway, my point is, I may have to run early for the dog.
Yeah, it's all good.
When the dog has the runs, Paulie has to run.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Hellstrom, Raw Deal and Stallone's Cobra are about the same level. They're both awful movies.
Oh man, false flag.
False flag and David Scher.
False Flag is spending a lot of money already tonight.
Johnny
must be drinking.
Johnny is raking up so much money today. I don't even understand it. Johnny's sitting there with a calculator or an abacus or one of those old Bugs Bunny adding machines with a visor. honey, we can pay off the car. Paulie and I are sitting there with empty bowls. Please, sir, more gruel.
Yes. Pardon me. Could I have some of the government cheese, Daddy? Some of the cheese.
Excuse me. Would you have any Grey Poupon? Because that's all Paulie and I have to eat. Just with a spoon there. Johnny's in the limo. No.
Fuck off, all of you.
That's great. Johnny's like, did I announce to the audience we're moving? We're going to a larger home.
Well, moving on up.
Actually,
to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Oh, my ears. I was going to say something else. Something I was supposed to say. Renus. No, actually,
penis.
John actually offered to buy me a chicken sandwich at Popeyes that day when we were walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard. Remember, you offered.
Yeah. After NAMM, Johnny and I were walking down Hollywood Boulevard. I was getting a chicken sandwich, and I looked to Johnny. I said, "Do you want one?" And he looked in his pocket. He pulled one pocket inside out, and some lint flew out like a dandelion.
I did that yesterday.
He pulled the other pocket out, and 2 moths flew out for greener pastures. And he said,
Johnny,
I don't have the money. And I said, I'll buy you one. Oh, thank you, Mancuda. Thank you. And
Johnny, when's the last time you paid for something?
Yesterday.
You'll pay for this, Beane.
I don't know. The bridge.
You'll pay for this, Beane.
Yeah, but no, he offered to buy me a chicken sandwich, and I said no. I said no, thank you, because I knew that it was
heart stopping is
stay away from that. Yeah. Plus, I wasn't feeling good either.
But the offer was there.
Yes, the offer was there.
There you go.
I got to sleep on his floor.
No, you did not. I gave you a guest room. What are you talking about? You took the upstairs guest room. You slept in the arcade.
Yeah.
It was you and video games, and a lovely futon. And you could have taken the other guest room too.
Mm-hmm.
You had your choice.
By eminent domain.
Yeah.
Next year.
Next year, he'll bring luggage, and it'll be full of money.
No, it won't.
And Mike Neese, it wasn't a Chinese restaurant that I was jokingly applying for a job. It was a shawarma restaurant. It was a small shawarma place, and I was having a funny talk with the worker and the boss, the owner, on the phone, and I was hoping Johnny would video it. He videoed part of it, but then I see Johnny's camera going like this and then over there and then up and around, and then he's walking away. And I'm like, Johnny, I'm doing funny stuff here. Hello, video content.
Yeah, we needed a lapel mic though, or a boom or something, because you didn't pick it up.
It picked up enough. You know what it is? You just walked away. That's the problem. You were across the street suddenly. I was like, I'm doing all this shtick trying to like get some good YouTube content, and all of a sudden I turn and I'm like, you get that, Johnny? Where are you? I see Johnny getting tourist brochures. Oh, Hollywood Star Tours. Oh, this is nice.
There we go. In the chat after the show tonight, if you want to watch our video, there it is.
There you go.
Hang on, I gotta get a pillow away from Ace before he fucking explodes it.
Explodes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Joe Hervey, my Jew homie, says those fake Emmy statues. Yeah, they sell those. They sell the Emmys, the Oscars, all that stuff. Oh, look, the microphone is on in Paulie's place. You could hear the echo. Echo.
Echo.
I know.
Echo.
Echo. Echo. Echo. Echo.
Because I have my monitors on.
Thumbs up.
I know. Yeah, please leave a thumbs up on the video before the quality deteriorates like it does every week.
Mm-hmm.
you can't beat that, can you?
Fucking dogs.
Oh.
Damn you dogs! Damn you!
I love them to death, but they
Look
just
how cute he
know.
is. Look how cute he is.
No, they know that I'm trying to do something, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna fuck with you." I was like, "Look, I have balls that I brought in that I'm gonna show them to you, but you can't have them."
He just
And
wants some screen time.
He's a spoiled dog.
All dogs should be spoiled. They deserve that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all pets.
Yeah, no, he's great, and I'm keeping an eye on Lemmy because, again, she's old, and every time anything goes wrong with her stomach, you start to worry. So
Sure,
but she's good. She's having fun, but boo, I'm still
you got to spoil your pets because we don't deserve them. So
no, they're the best. They make everything great, and it's been 117 here for 4 days, so I imagine that's not comfortable for her.
yeah, no, absolutely. Do you give them puppy cuts at all? Do you shave them down, or they're just already short hair?
No. I mean, the German Shepherds are sort of self-regulating. Although Lemmy, if you notice, is probably not 100% German Shepherd. She looks like she might have some collie or something in her, and she sheds a lot. She sheds a small dog every day. Ace is, your prototypical German Shepherd. He's got that short coat and it's fine and it blows off. But Lemmy, when she sheds, it's chunks, like clumps of hair.
Chunks.
Yeah.
Clumps.
Sir, did you drop your piece of dog?
Yeah, it really is. If she comes in here, I'll pull one off of her. You'll be like, "What the hell is that?" It's literally it's like this long and by like that thick. It's like this little white chunk of dog. It looks like a dog cotton ball.
It's like a dog hamster. Chunks of dog. You blow on her and like a dandelion, she just kind of puffs across the room, coats the room. That's great. Thunder Falcon wants to know, what do I think of the BC Rich Gunslinger 2s? Are you talking the new ones that BC Rich is making, that kind of updated design of the Gunslinger? Is that what you're talking, or are you talking the Japanese version of the Gunslinger that was done like around 1990? Which one are you talking about? Because I have plenty of thoughts on BC Rich Gunslingers. I love those guitars. The new ones. Okay.
Yes, no.
BC Rich is basically laying out two versions of the Gunslinger. Well, actually, I think it's one version of the Gunslinger, and then they have the Shred. What is that? The Shred.
Jumping.
The other Strat they have. I forget the name of it. Like Shred Master or something. Let's see. Give me a second here. Let's see what we got. BC Rich. Let's see. What are they calling this? Shredzilla. So they have the Shredzilla, and then they're doing, I believe, two versions of the Gunslinger. I think one is like a modernized version of it, and then another one is a classic Gunslinger. And again, they bounce back and forth with this, but I mean, my take on it is the Shredzilla. You already have like an ultra modern, Strat for the thrash guys. You have the option for, I think, angled frets and different cutaways and things like that. And then you have this version of the Gunslinger that they're calling the classic Gunslinger, but they're making some changes to it. Like the Strat headstock is going to be not one piece of wood. It's going to be put in there. It's going to be two pieces of wood. It's going to let's see. I know there were like two other changes to it. I forget what. But they've modded it a little bit to a slightly different design that's not really the classic BC Rich Gunslinger. And then they have another version of the Gunslinger I think they're coming out with that's kind of in between. I think that's kind of a waste because it's like, if you want a Gunslinger, get a Gunslinger, you know? And if you're going to make a Gunslinger, make it and call it the classic version, make it the way it was. And if you're going to have the Shredzilla, which is all the modern upgrades, you're already covered on all the modern upgrades. So you can have your classic and your modern. You don't need one in the middle that's a hybrid of each, because now you're expanding your SKU to like a huge amount of product. And you're already like, as a company, trying to, you know, just kind of focus on what your buyers want. And I don't think there was a call. Thank you. Gunslinger 2 Prophecy is the middle one. And I don't think there's a call for that middle model. I think just you could have the Shredzilla, all modern, and the classic Gunslinger, which should be made like the way it was in the 80s. And that's it. You don't need that Gunslinger 2 Prophecy, because it's not really appealing to the classic guys, and it's not really appealing to the modern guys. So what are you doing? You need another one in your lineup?
But they do that. I mean, Gibson does that with Les Pauls. I mean, the Gibson Les Paul Classic is nothing classic about it. I mean, it's got a different neck. It's got push-pull pots on it. It's got, you know, a circuit bypass. It's got an out-of-phase push-pull. That's nothing classic. Why are they calling it classic? Like originally, the Gibson, the Les Paul Classic came out, and it had the slim 60s tapered neck, and you know, high output ceramic pickups, and it was very similar to the 1960 Les Paul. But then they kept slapping that name on it, and there's nothing classic about that. I think that Fender does that too with some Strats, and you know, a lot of these companies will say, you know, this is the heritage of whatever this brand is. Ford's doing it with the new Mustang. There's nothing Mustang about the new Ford Mustang. But they like to use the name. So Gunslinger, it evokes a certain style of guitar, and yet they are releasing a model of that guitar, or a middle bridge model of that guitar, that has nothing to do with the heritage of what it's named after. And that can be frustrating to the people that want to buy that guitar because they love what the legend of it is, and then they end up buying this guitar that has nothing to do with what it's being called.
Yeah, and you know, the thing about it is, it's, you know, the Gibson guys, I mean, this is a bigger market, the Gibson guys.
Right. But anything, like when Charvel puts out a new San Dimas, you want it to be like the San Dimas. You don't want a San Dimas to have a different neck profile or a different headstock or different pickups. A San Dimas doesn't have 3 single coils in it. You know what I mean? It should be what it says it is. And, and some of these Gunslingers are not that.
No, I agree. I totally agree. And like I said, first of all, the Legacy, it's already getting a little criticism because it's changed a few things about the classic, you know, Gunslinger. And it's like, don't call it a Legacy if you're not going to make it exactly, you know, like you did back then. Because that's what everyone's asking for, that like collects those. You know I myself, as a very big fan of Gunslingers right behind me, I love the way it was made, the one-piece neck and the whole 9 yards. You know, I don't want a scarf joint on the headstock, but they're doing that, and a few other differences. And it's like, just make it the way it was. That's the demand from collectors and, you know, the vintage guys that want that nostalgia. And, you know, the Prophecy, I just don't see it as a necessary model because you have the Shredzilla. You're not going to get the new guys, you know, that want all the things that the Shredzilla has, looking at the Gunslinger and saying, oh yeah, that's the way I play thrash. No. And you know, some of the new guys, some of the old school guys are resistant to the Shredzilla because it's like, yeah, it's like a lot of other Ibanez and other shred guitars and, you know, some of the other boutique brands and things like that.
Boutique brands.
Boutique brands.
What? Wait, what?
Zeke Brands. Zeke Brands. Jay Hannon, the great Jay Hannon of the band Gizmachi, in the chat. And by the way, do you know what tomorrow is, guys?
Wednesday.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. It's not. God damn it! There's a.
It's next
Wednesday's the last
week
day
from
of the month.
Wednesday.
Okay, never mind what tomorrow is. Tomorrow it's New Comic Book Day.
Nice job, Bonerhead.
Yeah. Oh, I fucked up again. I've earned my non-pay.
Yep.
Awesome. Hey, Jay.
Jay's still in the chat and selling the new Gizmachi album. We should point out.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there's a link in the chat about to come up. Any second now. Any second.
No, not until Jay changes the colors of Johnny's lights.
There it is. Gizmachi merch.
That'll
Gizmerchi.
take you.
Gizmerchi.
That'll take you there. Yeah.
Right there. Gizmachi.
That'll take you to the new Gizmachi everything.
Erica Foreman says it's her anniversary tomorrow. Hey, congratulations. How many years has it been? And they never had a fight.
Is that true?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Except when Erica's husband wasn't. They never had a fight.
Congratulations.
One will start tonight for my statement just now, but you had Mancuda here? 2 years. All right. Hey, that's a big one. Just roll with the joke, Erica. Just roll with the joke. She's like, no, we never hooked up. I know. Trust me, my penis is so lonely. It's like on a desert island.
Why would you? Why, Dimmy? Why you do this to me?
Why,
Dimmy?
Uh-oh. They're on their way.
Oh, you hear them? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't know what was going on in LA last night. All night, sirens, just sirens.
It's Los Angeles.
Yeah, but something about last night, it was like, I don't know if it was like the Dukes of Hazzard in a car chase or something, because it was like, I hear going up the highway, and then coming back down the highway.
Don't you want to go?
So I headed out to the highway.
When I'm going up the highway, don't you want to go?
Gonna do things my way.
Yeah. I always thought that was Kermit singing that.
It does sound like Kermit. That's
before I'm gone.
Yeah. False flag. Yeah. When your album is released. Yes. Yeah. Post the link in the chat, dude.
Yeah. Listen, you've paid more to come on this show every week than you did to produce that album. So yeah, you better believe we will absolutely promote your album, dude. In fact, Johnny's going to do those promos himself right from his new Porsche.
Yes, I will. And there was a full moon last night where Marcy is.
Ooh. Marcy and I should have sat together holding hands by the water. Let's see. Joe Hervey's talking about hookers. That's where False Flag should have spent his money. I agree. Jeff T wants to know, is the Gizmachi merch everything that Jay can't return?
No, there's no UPC code on it, so there's no way to return it.
Oh my gosh.
Mike Nee says, is the Gizmachi release available on vinyl? I don't think it is it? Are you guys doing vinyl, Jay?
No.
Right now, my mother's like, I was gonna get one for my vinyl collection. I love Jason. Yeah, my mom has an unnatural crush on Jay.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Jay, is there vinyl? He probably would have told us.
Yeah.
He said no. He said no in the chat. Unless I read the wrong no. Maybe Jay just likes saying no.
Tell her no.
And speaking of in the chat, there's the latest poll in the chat is, did you leave a thumbs up?
Oh yeah.
So 73% has said yes.
Oh, good. All right, so we're up to
let's do the numbers though. How many people are watching?
That's a good point.
111,
How many thumbs up do we have?
57.
That's a lie.
Why don't we take a percentage of how many of you are
57 is not
liars?
100. 57 is not 73% of 111. I'm sorry, the math
Well,
doesn't.
no. There's only 41 votes. Only 41 people voted. 43 voted. No.
So they're
16% no. 9% huh?
if you want to hang here on the show, you got to now do more work. Now you have to answer the survey, then you got to leave a thumbs up, then you got to send Johnny money and change his fucking lights. Holy shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work involved. Paulie and I, we're just going to kick back and let you guys handle it.
Yes. Yes. Miles Taylor. Hey now. Hey, that's cool, dude. No, you didn't miss nothing. But you can always rewind the video.
Wait, what? You didn't miss nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't miss nothing. The show has been shit.
That should be our new theme song. Even if you come in late, you didn't miss nothing because the show is shit. Hey, Mark Dillon. Let's see.
There we go.
Fruitcake Tony wants to know, what is the clue for tonight's show and tell guitar for tonight? They're great. That's your clue.
Oh.
There you go.
It's a Celtic Frost guitar?
It's a guitar I've jizzed on so much it looks like frosting.
Oh. Gross.
David Shea Garmery is apologizing for being half distracted by the NBA draft lottery right now. Are you in that? Are you in that, David? I didn't realize you were that tall or that good a player. But apparently, David Shea Garmery has something better to do than watch our fucking show.
Why the anger? Why the hate?
It's frustration. It's really frustration.
You need to rub one out.
Oh, that's a given. Listen, at this point, I am so horny. I don't even rub one out. I just kind of wring it out. I got to get every little sperm out of there. A lot of guesses in the chat.
Oh, did you guys see on Facebook and Instagram? I saw at Target they have Krispy Kreme flavored Smart Food popcorn.
Krispy Kreme is what's all over my sheets. What?
Oh my
so
God.
what do they have? Krispy Kreme flavored popcorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Johnny,
why would you point? Krispy Kreme is a donut.
Yeah, why would you even want that chemically shit when?
Why would you mention any other popcorn on this show?
Other than
what's wrong with you, Beane?
Johnny's terrible with sponsors. He's absolutely the worst. He's like,
and he wonders why he can't monetize this goddamn show.
I got some Monster Energy drink today, John. And yeah, let's talk about our real sponsor, Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn. Delicious Colonel's popcorn. They have all sorts of gourmet popcorn, and I don't mean the type of crap that you get in a giant bag at a supermarket that's sitting there like foam peanuts getting all rubbery. I'm talking fresh made, warm, when it's shipped, gourmet popping corn in multiple flavors. They have candy, they have treats, they have sugar-free candy. That's the popcorn you want. And if you mention Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon, you get more product. They send you bigger bags of popcorn. They throw in goodies. That's the popcorn you want. Colonel's Gourmet Popping Corn. Even if Johnny doesn't support the sponsors, Paulie and I do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He ain't lying.
I hate it all.
Oh, well, I guess they're out of business now. Jeez, that's too bad. That's too bad. I hope they make more because that's really good stuff.
It is. It is. The Chicago mix.
I'm addicted to their movie popcorn. It is literally the best. The best. It's delicious,
the best, Jerry.
It's the best, Jerry. Mendy's pea soup, the best. Yeah, no, Colonel's is delicious. And what's better to wash down Colonel's gourmet popping corn or a load of freshly pumped jizz than delicious Bang energy drink? Bang energy drink, today's flavor, Rainbow Unicorn, one of my favorites. Super sweet, super energy, super yum. And they have about 20 something flavors. Why would you drink anything to get energy except Bang energy drink?
Well, what if you put cocaine in some water? That would give you energy.
Yeah, but it'll cost more.
Will it?
Cost
More. It'll
Cost. That was
cost more. That was my Long Island accent. CAWST.
Sorry, John. Johnny doesn't speak Jew.
And yet he's always wearing a yarmulke. So what's the deal, Mr. Beane?
And hoarding the money.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny's got an advocate.
And controlling the media.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. This is Johnny's channel. This is Johnny's channel. We're the fodder. Johnny controls the media. This is his channel.
I almost actually showed up with a beer tonight and sat down and go, now, where were we?
Oh,
That's such a great photo, you Paulie.
I still feel horrible from that night, and it wasn't even me.
That was a good night. That was
Looks like a great night.
Somewhere around 15 beers in 3.5 hours.
Oh God! Oh my God!
I didn't realize it when it was happening. I think Johnny made a joke the next day. Johnny made a joke the next day, and he's like, yeah, I want to come over and get some beer. I'm like, I only have 7 left, and I was like doing the math. I'm like, 15, 7, 22. There's 2 beers unaccounted for. Where did they go?
Meanwhile, Ace and Lemmy are behind the couch. Here's to you, brother.
And you're right, Renus Pinkle. It's Bud Light, so it's like drinking water.
Yeah.
Ooh, Christopher Live Sour just made pot roast for dinner.
Oh,
Nice.
John Mancuda, you'll love this. Got an air fryer.
Oh, dude, which one?
It's the Chef something or other. It's a Chefman.
Chef of the future.
Chefman.
Dude,
Because
you were gonna love it. I have a
everybody
Kisari.
says. I feel bad because the like to do chicken wings, you can only put like 7 in there.
Oh, you got a small one, man. You got a small
I got like
one.
a little yeah.
I
well,
got a Kisari. I
what
could
she
put a
said.
whole fat fucking chicken in there. Live.
I didn't get. I don't have the convection. Although I do have one of those convection ovens too. I have one of those. Those ones.
Mine's not a convection oven. It's a Kisari. Johnny, bring up a Kisari. See,
Mine is like it's the
COFORI.
I don't know how to describe it. It's the Chefman Turbo Fry.
Turbo. I need a turbo fry.
I need a turbo fry. Come on, right here. I got it from a friend of mine. Bought it from a friend of mine secondhand because he bought a different one.
Oh, cool.
Because I wanted to try it out before buying a big one. Like I want to get like a big countertop one that I can do like a whole pound of chicken wings in.
Oh, dude, it's the best thing in the world when you can make your own chicken wings like that.
Oh,
like
yeah.
for the moment. If you wake up 3 a.m, you're like, oh, I wish someplace was open. I could get wings.
Yeah.
It's really great. And you could cook fish in there with no problem. Do you got it, Johnny?
Thrash metal. I didn't get pissed. I got disoriented because they were doing the fucking video, the repeating visual, never-ending echo thing, and I was just like, okay, this is too much noise for me. I didn't get pissed at all. I was like, if I keep watching this thing, I'm gonna fucking puke. So I just basically tapped out, knowing that visual was not going well for me. I don't get mad. I'm not an angry drunk at all in any way, shape, or form.
He's a friendly drunk.
He's mad usually most of the time anyway.
Yeah, I'm mad when I'm sober.
He's the opposite.
I'm the happiest drunk that you'll ever meet. I love drinking. I'm good at it.
The one on the far left, Johnny. Zoom in on that.
That one there, the KISStory 100 or whatever that is.
There you go.
15, that one there?
Yeah.
How much can you put in that?
You can put literally a whole fucking chicken in there.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that thing is so great. It doesn't take up much counter space, and yet It's so easy to clean. It's the best. And look at it. It's on sale, no less, on Amazon.
Yeah, the one that I
Today
have.
is Prime Day too.
No, yesterday
Oh.
was Prime Day. This is Prime Day 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, yeah, but no, 2 days of Prime Day. So I think if you have Amazon
Prime Day 2, we're gonna have a pajama jammy jam with chicken wings.
Crazy country. That's what I've been doing, by the way, just to answer your question. Yes, I've already taken her food away and done the denying her food for her. I'm also giving her a probiotic, and chicken, boiled chicken, and steamed white rice.
Yeah, steamed
and
rice.
she's good. She's good. I mean, she's good. I'm just keeping an eye on her because I don't trust that she's fully recovered from it yet. Just when you think they're done, they come back and get you. And the last thing I want to do is slip and fall.
Ah! There it is.
Did you hear her bark?
Yeah, she wants an air fry. She wants an air fried chicken.
No, show Johnny, pull up the Chefman, Chefman Turbo Fry air fryer. It's a little
fry.
It's the Turbo Fry. It's a little smaller than Mancuda's, which is something you'll never hear again.
Yeah, really. It's usually the opposite between Paulie and I.
Yeah.
Chefman Turbo Fry. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's not bad. It's a cool little thing. It's
Look at that.
That
the RJ38 2LM. Thank you very much.
Oh, the LM. Luxury model. The luxury model. Let's see.
Ta-da!
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. It's a very similar design. It just looks a little smaller.
Yeah, it's a little smaller, and again, like I said before, I invested real money in it. I wanted to try it out, make sure that I don't spend money on something needless like another guitar.
Yeah.
Who needs those?
Yeah. Pshaw. Good
Fucking
stuff.
air fryers.
Everybody loves air fryers, so I thought I would try it. Plus, I love chicken wings, and I hate baking them because it takes forever, and they don't come out the same. Yeah.
Yeah, the air fryer, they come
All
out
baked
great.
up and all.
The air fryer, they come out great. And you gotta put a certain coating on it to work well in the air fryer. It's got, it's a coating. I got a recipe for it. It's like a spice coating. It's got a little bit of baking powder in there so that it crispens.
Yeah, you take some Zatarans, take a little Zatarans, and you mix that with some Frank's Red Hot, and that's good.
Yeah, you always use Frank's Red Hot, but look at that curly fries.
Mm-hmm.
Curly
that looks good. That looks
fries.
good.
The air fryer stuff is really good. It cleans so easy, and
everybody says it's it's fire and forget. You just set it up and go.
That's it.
And then you hear ding, and you're ready to go.
It's like
it's the microwave of a new generation.
Your chicken's ready. Yeah, it's delicious. Yeah,
Nice.
Johnny, do you have an air fryer?
No.
Who in the chat has an air fryer?
I don't even have a microwave because it blows the fuse of the house.
Oh my god. What the hell? What are you living in, a teepee? What the hell?
Yeah.
You know where Johnny lives. He's in the closet. No, like literally, his house is about the size of a closet.
I
Yeah.
see.
No, this place literally is. It's
How big is your place?
What you see here is basically the same
That's
all
it?
around. Yeah.
That's it? That's the whole place?
Yeah.
Johnny lives in someone's tool shed behind their house.
Hi, buddy. What can I do? Is there something that I forgot? Did I leave something out? Did I miss something here?
Browns fan wants to know, have I ever played a Friedman Cali guitar? That was the one that Grover Jackson was involved with. They're kind of relic looking Strats, really nice ones with those cool two-tone headstocks. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I played one at NAMM, or I think I tried like 2 or 3 at NAMM just to get a fair feel of them. I wasn't blown away by them. I think their amps are great, and I don't think their guitars are bad. I just wasn't like, oh wow, this is so unique or great or anything, versus like when I pick up a Charvel, I'm like, okay, this feels like a Charvel. I really like that feel. I believe they're well made. Their amps are for sure. I think they just wanted to diversify,
I think I think Grover, when he went to work for Friedman, basically was building GJ2 guitars with Friedman's name on it.
I think
because the headstock is very similar with the exception of the twin tone color, but they're almost the exact same guitar. If you bring up a GJ2 Glendora, that is essentially his Grover Jackson's take on the San Dimas.
very similar.
Yeah.
But I think the GJ2 to me anyway felt a little better. I mean, they're probably similar. If I probably had them side by side, I'd probably say, oh, okay, they feel really similar, and they do. I think I remember maybe just because the way they were set up at NAMM. Grover probably had his like perfectly set up, and Friedman probably was like, okay, we'll set him up quick or something.
Tube Supio, I have the GJ2 Green Meanie Glendora, and it's a fantastic guitar. It's a great guitar.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen those, and those are nice. Those are real nice.
It's interesting because it's he also has his own hand wound pickups that they use. They're called Habanero GJ2 Habanero pickups.
Habanera. You shall not pass.
And they're the neck. The neck on the GJ2 Glendora is based off of a jig from the old Charvels that he used. So
that's cool.
Yeah, they're good. They're good guitars, but you're right. Friedman guitars tend to be a little bit overpriced, as a lot of boutique guitars are. I think Sirs are overpriced as well.
I was talking about Sirs the other day, and I think I was talking about this with Nesdal, and Sirs are very high priced. They're good quality guitars. I can't bond with them though. They feel cold to me. There's no soul to them. I mean, again, just my take on it to what I prefer to play. But in the few I've picked up, and I've picked up even some of the higher end ones, like ones in the 5s and 6 and that range, which is a lot for a Sir. They're beautiful. They feel very quality. They use really good wood. But again, a lot like I feel about PRS, they're just cold and soulless to me for my personal taste. Have you guys played Sirs?
I've never been on the PRS train. I know a lot of people love PRS guitars. I am not a fan.
They're very pretty. The tops,
they look
beautiful.
great. The tops are great, and they're cut nicely. I don't know. Again, I'm sort of old school. I like Les Pauls and Strats and the occasional Super Strat. I'm very, very limited for my diversity with guitars.
And what about a Sir? Have you played those?
I haven't spent enough time with it to have a really good impression of it. I mean, I've only strummed one here and there. I've never really sat down and played it, so I don't have an answer.
And what about you, Johnny? PRS
Sir guitars. I can't remember if I've played one or not. I think I've seen them. PRS. That's what I wanted because of Ted Nugent, because of Damn Yankees. I wanted to get a PRS, but then when I saw their new ball EVH Eddie Van Halen, that's the way I went.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain guys that make the PRS sound great. I mean, obviously Tremonti,
Uncle Ted. I mean,
and Uncle Ted. I mean, those
Santana.
guys. Santana. Those are the three guys that everyone else that plays a PRS is just playing a PRS. But those are the three guys that I immediately, when I close my eyes, I hear in my head playing PRS guitars.
Lynch briefly used two of them. He had an orange one and a blue quill top. But I mean, they weren't like mainstays. But he plays so many random guitars once in a while.
No, and you can when you're. By the way, we should probably get a quick
blowjob.
A quick mention in. We've talked about Robert Mason.
Sure.
Why is Robert Mason intent upon destroying every band he's in?
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. Robert Mason is the guy that sings for Warrant because Jenny Lane is dead. Robert Mason is not Oni Logan in Lynch Mob. Robert Mason was the replacement singer in Cry of Love. Robert Mason is also the lead vocalist for Dokken without Don Dokken. It's called The End Machine. The band is called The End Machine. And for whatever reason, Robert and George are talking about politics in the press and just saying stupid shit. George is, as we all know, somewhat intolerant at times and can be somewhat curmudgeonly at times. And Robert just can't keep his foot out of his own mouth. And he says he was quoted the other day as saying, George says stupid shit sometimes. I don't know if Robert should think about that because Robert weighs about $105 soaking wet, and George did steroids. So
yeah, George is built like a wall.
Yeah, George is in better shape now in his 60s than he was in his 20s.
Yeah, and he carries he used to carry with that Tiger like a 14.5-pound guitar.
Yeah, George is not somebody that I think you would want to get on his bad side. And for whatever reason, Robert Mason feels the need to get on his bad side.
Also the possibility, let me play politics here. Also the possibility you might want to work with the guy again.
Yeah, there's that, and by the way, all of this said, Robert Mason is a fantastic singer.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
He's
doing a great job in Warrant.
He's a great vocalist. He's got pipes for days and a fantastic voice, great tone, significant range beyond most of his contemporaries. He's a fantastic vocalist, but he's got the personality of a soap dish.
A really nice soap dish?
No.
Oh.
Nice.
Right? Sharon Wilddollar saying George is Chuck Norris.
George is pretty jacked.
I hope that I look like George Lynch down the line because I don't even look like him now. I never looked like him. The guy he just, no joke. He's totally jacked. And it's not like he takes photographs right after he pumps iron or something. The guy, I've had lunch with the guy. He's just sitting there eating salmon and he's just, just bulky, man.
Him and Phil Collin from Def Leppard are both.
And Johnny knows that pain.
Ripped.
Yeah, Johnny knows that pain. Johnny has nightmares of Phil Collin over and over. But I love hysteria. But I love hysteria.
Why do you sound so much like a stroke victim over there? You all right? Stop mocking me.
No. Stop hitting me. Johnny has dreams of Phil Collin walking up to him in the beach. Hey, little skinny man, kicking sand. It's a trauma thing. I know, like, Phil Collin comes up a lot in Johnny's therapist sessions. So, Johnny, what would you like to talk about today? Well, I've been having the dream. Oh, the same dream, right? The what was his name? Phil Collins? No, Phil Collin of Def Leppard. Right. The guy, that guy. Yeah. And he kicked sand in my face and ran off with my wife. Yes. The same dream. Same dream.
False flag, you're back, man.
Yeah.
Chuck Billy would make them all run. I passed Chuck Billy walking in the Guitar Center one time, and
Chuck Billy is a massive human
he's
being.
Like this tall.
He got on our bus at the Big Four.
Who is this?
Like Chuck Billy from Testament.
Okay.
Chuck is a massive human being. I stand 6'1" and go 265, 270, and Chuck is about 6'6" and easily 320, 340. He is a huge man. And we're at the Big Four, and we had our bus in the in like the parking lot over there in Indio, and where all the RVs and stuff was set up. And for whatever reason, there's this knock on the door. We open the door, and this massive Indian gets on the bus, and it's Chuck Billy, and he hands us all. And this was kind of odd. He hands us all Testament, like Ed Hardy shirts, like with like the weird barbed wire, you know what I mean? Like weird design, these stupid Testament Ed Hardy shirts. Of course, we didn't say they were stupid while he was on the bus because Chuck Billy is a big fucking human being. But they were so weird. They were weird shirts, and I thought it was a weird marketing thing for a Testament to get involved with. Now, remember, this is almost, well, how long has it been for the Big Four? Was that
Long time.
2011? 2012? So it's been almost 10 years.
Has it been that long?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, that
Doesn't feel that long. I saw that concert. It was great.
The one in Indio?
No, I saw the original Big Four with Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and
Yeah, that's who played. But Chuck was there as a guest. He was watching.
Okay.
They didn't play.
And who was the other band? It was Megadeth,
Metallica,
Slayer, fucking Slayer. Yeah,
Slayer was amazing.
That was an amazing tour.
Yeah, and they were so fucking loud. Slayer was ridiculously loud.
And I saw him at Yankee Stadium, which was like
that was the East Coast one. Yeah,
that was a really amazing show.
Yeah. Yeah, the Big Four was. I think I have some guitar picks from that. It was just a cool day. It was hot as hell all day long.
I had guitar picks from that show because we were up in the rafters on the side of the stage, and I forget who one of the guys like threw us just like a pile of picks, and like chickens suddenly getting corn. Like those of us up there were like just grabbing, and then like. I started seeing them on eBay for like $500 a piece.
Yeah, it was weird.
And I was like, oh my God. I just put up what I had. I had like fucking 7 of them. People are like, aren't you going to like save one? I'm like, not right now. I'll get it when it's down to like $20. You know, I was like,
I'm looking for, I think there's a video of us making fun of Eddie Trunk at the Big Four. We had him on the air, and he was trying to get on. He was trying to get his show on the radio station.
On your radio station?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm looking for it now. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Let's see.
Wow.
There we go.
Huh? Is the Phil Colin Jackson a good guitar, John Mancuda?
Are you talking the one with the multicolors, or are you talking like those quilted maple ones without the fret markers? Because there were a couple of different ones that were made. I think they play nice. What I don't like about them is the shape of the headstock, and I don't like guitars not having fret markers. Again, I have some, but like I prefer, because again, I don't look at the top dots the way I should. I look at the board, and when I look at the board, I'm like seeing nothing. So it's like, okay, where am I again? And I don't know, it just feels like something's missing for me when it doesn't have fret markers. But look, they're beautiful. They're well crafted. They have a nice feeling neck. I don't know. Am I the only one that hates that headstock?
At which guitar?
The Phil Collin model?
Yeah, I'm not a huge
Johnny, bring up a photo of that.
I'm not a huge Jackson fan right now. So I mean, pointy guitars is not my thing. We talked about this earlier. That's your thing. That's your world.
Sure. Let Johnny bring up a photo of one. What do they call it? The PC1, I think. But there's something. Yeah. Johnny starts getting the shakes when he hears that name. He's like, he's got the ambulance on speed dial.
No, my arm was sore after that. It really was. All right, which one?
PC1. Jackson, PC1.
The one that it looks like a Fender. Like the Fender headstock?
They had like, I don't know if they changed it, but they had a different headstock at one point.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm just seeing all like Fender style headstocks.
Got there, buddy.
Am I mixing up my guitars here? I would swear when they first started making them, they didn't have a regular Strat headstock. They had like kind of like an off headstock. I think they call it. Well, I think some people called it the ball stack headstock. Rena says that was before the buyout. Yeah, exactly, David Shea Gormery. Like a melted beak headstock, exactly. I mean, I like the Fender headstocks, but Mike Johnson, the originals had a different headstock. I'm thinking of the original headstock. Look for one with like a weird looking headstock. No?
Yes. Here we go.
You got it?
No.
Is that-
Yes. Man's best friend. Here we go.
Yeah, my balls.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. Here it is.
Because this is the one I don't like.
That one?
That's the one. Yeah. Zoom in on that headstock. It's kind of.
I'm zoomed.
I like the way that it was put. Yeah, it's almost like a melted beak. You know, I don't know. It's just got a weird looking head to it. Those I again, I like the guitar. It feels nice. It's got kind of a chunky-ish neck. The wood is tremendous. I mean, obviously it's, you know, tons of flame maple all over it. Plays nice. Like I said, I wish it had, and this is just me, I wish it had fret markers, but that old headstock on the first couple of years of that is terrible. The new headstock, the regular Strat headstock, now that Fender owns Jackson, that's the one I like. Because there's something obviously that just about everyone likes, a classic Fender headstock. You know, that's why like every super Strat company around like copied it for years and got cease and desists. But you know, now that Jackson is owned by Fender and they're using the regular, you know, Fender Strat headstock, that looks great. But that old headstock, I think it's ugly as fuck. Is it just me? What do you think of that headstock, Paul?
I think it's
like
I
a
think
suppository, right?
It's a weak chicken beak. One of my least favorite headstocks of all time, even though I love the guitars, are the G&Ls, and that's uglier than that.
Horrible, right?
Yeah, that's not a good. It's not a good. Yeah, and the interesting thing, Wayne Como bringing up, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly. It does look a little bit like the Friedman guitar headstock. Friedman again changed their guitar headstock because that headstock design was Grover Jackson's headstock design from GJ2. They were basically the same exact headstock.
The two-tone one you're talking.
Yeah, the two-tone.
I thought that was a beautiful design.
Yeah, the GJ2 headstock isn't two-tone. There are some that are, but the original ones were just, you know, single tone with tune with the logo on it. The GJ2
tone.
Yeah, Charles Green brings up a good point. It does look cheap. It looks like
it does, right?
Yeah, it looks like, you know, one of those budget brand guitar knockoffs that, you know, Sawtooth or.
You'll only find like in a pawn shop or at Zim's Guitars.
Or at Zim's Guitars, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Zim's, is he here?
He was.
Usually he pops in.
Anything new this week, Zim's?
He's not going to sell it. Why are you asking?
Yeah, Johnny, he'll still have it next week or the week after. You could ask him next time.
Yep.
Whenever you see him.
Yep.
David Shea Gormery says, I'm not a fan of the Kramer Beak or the Robin headstocks.
Oh.
Those Robin headstocks, I assume you mean the ones that look like Live Long and Prosper, like those headstocks. Yeah, I'm not a fan of those split headstock Robins either.
Split V.
And I love Robins, but I like their normal headstock, the kind of banana shape. And the beak, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the beaks either on the Kramers. Just my personal taste.
I liked them on
classic.
The Pacers. Yeah, my original Pacer,
they're classic.
Pacer Special, which is basically what Johnny's holding essentially. It's a looks like a striker body with a pacer neck on it. But those, I think that's a great neck. That's a repro neck though, isn't it?
No, this is original.
Is it really? Because it doesn't look like the angle on that beak is as sharp as some of them.
You got a saggy beak, Johnny. I don't know. Like I said, it's a classic design. I can't fault it. It's just not my personal taste. That's all.
I love them.
No, look, a lot of people love them. Look, it's very classic, pacer design. A lot of people dig them. For a Kramer, I personally like either a banana or a pointy. That's
I like
the
old Kramer Strat head pacers.
Oh, those are great.
But they're way overpriced now.
They're very high. I sold one to Rob Johnson, a purple one.
I saw one, the blue
Melga purple.
The blue chevron.
Yeah. With the tubes. The tubes.
Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful guitar, but I didn't want to pay the money he wanted for it.
Yeah, those Kramers. If you have those Kramers with the original banana headstocks, those necks are terrific. And
they're a
old
little
ESPs
baseball batty,
too.
though.
Old ESPs too have those original, around like 80, 81, like around that period. They have those original Strat headstocks. For the Kramers, you're talking like an A plate or for your neck plates. And then they got the cease and desist from Fender and they started sawing off the ball, and that's how the beak was born. They neutered them.
That's not nice.
Yeah, so those are very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Chad. Hey, man.
Dynamite drop in, Johnny.
The Chad in the hat. Johnny's just like, yeah.
Good to see you, man. Chad, you got to jump on with us sometime, dude. He's got a lot of cool guitars.
You got to take that microphone out of your mouth.
Jeez, Johnny.
I got to restart this computer here. It's crashed.
Oh, well, certainly it's on your bank account page because the money keeps rolling in too fast. The numbers are spinning. The computer can't keep up. Nice. Paulie, I saved the story from last week. I wanted to get your view on it. This I'm curious about. So Skid Row recently got into a little fight with Sebastian Bach. No way, right?
Again?
Yeah. It seems to be a weekly occurrence. And basically actually it wasn't even Skid Row. My bad. It was actually with a fan discussing Skid Row and basically saying, okay, Bass, you didn't write any of those songs, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I did. You look at the writing credits. I wrote 5 songs on Slave to the Grind. And I wrote, I think like 2 on the first album, like Beggar's Day and something else. But he also looks at it in the view of, okay, I may not have written all the songs on the first album, but in a way I did, because the way I sang it is different than the original singer, and it kind of brought life to those that it didn't. And I created the melody and I don't know, that's an interesting perspective. Have you heard the original tracks of Skid Row's first demo with Matt Fallon, their original singer?
No, I haven't. I will say this. It's clear that Skid Row without Sebastian Bach sucks. He is that voice. He's the voice of the band. He adds, Sebastian Bach, whether we like him or hate him personally, he's an acquired taste. He can be annoying. He can be a little overbearing for some people. He's a ball of energy. It's just the way he is. That said, he is arguably the greatest voice of the hair band generation.
One of them.
Arguably the greatest voice. I would challenge you to find a better pure vocalist of that era than Sebastian Bach, with the exception of one Ray Gillen.
What about David Lee Roth? just kidding. No, but seriously, I've always called Bass one of the greatest frontmen of the 80s.
Oh, he's a great
got
frontman, but he's an even better singer. He's an even better singer. He's a phenomenal singer. Really, really fucking good. Better than all of his contemporaries that were in bigger bands. He's the best pure singer of his time. With the exception of maybe Ray Gillen.
Mr. Hellstone basically points out Sebastian Bach and Yngwie Malmsteen, two big egos. Absolutely. But the difference is, I think Bach is just more of that singer's attitude that kind of works for the audience versus Yngwie. It's like, okay, you're an amazing guitarist. Just shut up already. Shut up about it. We get it. But Bass, it's like, he's like Havoc, on two legs. And I love that about him.
No, that's look, Skid Row is a very, Jani Lane is not a better singer than Sebastian Bach. He may have written some better songs.
I will give Janie that he was also getting one of my votes for one of the top 10 frontmen of the 80s. Yeah,
that sounds like a great poll for the chat.
Yeah, I mean, put that up there for a poll.
Johnny, do
you
do you get paid for these polls? Because you seem to be very behind them this week.
I do. Okay, what's a good poll?
I knew it.
Renus Pinkle, Jim Gillette has zero skill as a singer. He's got a great range, but who gives a shit? Who cares how high you can sing if you can't? Oh my God!
Long way from home. Doing tonight.
You know what, Mr. Hellstorm, you're right. Jeff Scott Soto is a fantastic vocalist,
sure.
and especially now in Sons of Apollo. My God, does he sound great?
He's incredible, and
yes.
Isn't that amazing that his voice has not left him? It's strong and rich and beautiful.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I would say that Jeff Scott Soto might be the most underrated singer of that era.
One of them for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew how great Ray Gillen's voice was. The band just never really popped. But Jeff Scott Soto has never really gotten his due as a lead vocalist, and he is stellar.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Mike Johnson, definitely Jeff Tate is up there. I mean, without question.
Yeah, different style, though.
Mark Dillon, Edith Bunker.
Here's your beer, Archie!
She should have been in some of those groups.
I would love to see Edith like fronting Skid Row.
They call us problem child. We spend our lives on trial. We walk in endless mile. We are the youth gone wild.
Can't Drive 55. Mike Matievich is a
Mike Matievich.
Same thing.
Yeah.
He is a great singer when he doesn't try to be powerful. He's got the same issue for me that Miles Kennedy has, which is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Miles Kennedy is a great singer with way too much over vibrato. We get it. You have great vibrato in your voice. You don't have to do it every time you open your mouth. And I think that Mike does the same thing. I like him on the second and third and fourth Steel Heart records way better than I do on the first one.
See, I like him on both, but I thought he was amazing on the first one. And again,
he hits a phenomenal note in that song, but I think he finds his own voice as opposed to a guy that is just trying to be the king of the hill with range. I think that's the problem I have with I'll Never Let You Go from Steel Heart, which is, we get it. You can hit an amazing note, but it seems a little forced and fake to me on that one.
I mean, it established them. Yeah, I mean, if he didn't hit that note, everyone wouldn't be going, "Oh my God, did you hear that?"
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think one of the issues with that is when, like Extreme with More Than Words, a significantly better band than they've ever been allowed to show. I
Hang
think
on.
Steelheart is a very
No, here's that fucking
Wait,
photo.
wait.
Here
Why'd you
comes
have to
the
say it?
picture.
Well,
Yeah,
here
I'm
it is.
sorry.
Here it is.
I think
Oh
that you
my God.
I think that you get a misrepresentation of the capability as the singer. Sharon, I believe Miles Kennedy warbles a little too much. He's a warbler. He has the ability to hit pure tone.
It's like Phyllis Diller.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, Paul Shortino is a fantastic vocalist. Wayno.
Oh, sure.
Not a whole lot of power in his voice, but a lot of tone.
Oh, Sandra Picorni, Ronnie James Dio, absolutely.
Different style, different
style, but
Ronnie James Dio is a metal singer, and
sure.
And Sebastian Bach is not a metal.
Well, so's
singer.
Rob Halford.
Yes, Rob Halford,
sure.
a metal singer. I think we're talking the difference between what metal singers do and what Sebastian Bach does. Sebastian Bach is a hard rock singer, not a metal singer.
The thing is, Bach has. I mean, you could call it any way you want to fine tune it. I mean, the bottom line is the guy has powerful pipes. And, again, as a frontman, he's tall, he's got a presence, he's got that mane of hair, and he knows how to connect with the audience and just really, really be that wild animal on stage that has your attention. But the way his rich, powerful vocals come through, it's mind-blowing. If you listen to that beginning of Monkey Business, for instance,
that
where
note
he just
is fantastic.
comes out of the gate and holds it, and I mean he's like a fucking god of thunder there, just bellowing it out. It's awesome, just awesome. And no, David Shea Gourmet, John Bon Jovi is an incredible frontman, and again, one of the 80s
not
top
a great
10.
singer.
He's a good singer, but he doesn't have that raw power that someone like Bach does.
He has no power. He has he does great in the studio, but live he doesn't have power at all. I mean, that's all the PA doing the work.
And again, I mean, he knows how to do what guys like Bret Michaels do, where and for that matter, Janie Lane did. They sing good melodies and everything. They write good songs. They're great presence on stage. They're fun frontmen. But when we're talking raw talent, like Gillian, like Bach, like Jeff Tate, I mean, these are pipes that just, have incredible power behind them and a richness to the tone of their voice.
We've said this before in Music Therapy Labs. Bears repeating. Dave Meniketti. The problem with Dave Meniketti is Y&T is a lot like Tesla in that they have no real personality. They're just a solid, good hard rock band and arguably great hard rock band. They lack that extra something that was necessary during that period of time to get them over the hump. Fantastic band. I love Y&T. I'm a huge fan. And I'm a huge fan of Tesla as well. But I think those are bands that had way more substance than style, and I think that hurt them.
And Jeff Keith has a incredibly great range, and I'm talking live too, because he sounds just like he does on the records when he's live. He's got a rasp to it, but as far as hitting the notes, powerful.
There's a great singer from a band that never really made it. If you've ever heard the band
Popcorn,
Spread Eagle,
the band.
No, there's a band called Spread Eagle, and Ray West, the lead singer, has a brutal tone, very similar to Sebastian Bach, a guy that can sing as well as scream. And if you listen to, your homework assignment is to get the YouTube out and check out Broken City. From Spread Eagle or Scratch Like a Cat. Really, I mean, Scratch Like a Cat sounds like a heavier, sleazier Skid Row song.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, really, really good band.
Let's see.
Thank
False
you,
Black. Kip Winger does have a great voice.
Polished, very polished.
Yeah, polished. I don't think he's, to the power level of like holding high notes the way that bass is.
Although
but-
that opening
but
note
very
of Madeline is
strong.
pretty good.
Madeline.
You know,
Oh yeah.
you know, he hits a good note there.
That is a great note.
Yeah. Don't be jealous, Johnny.
I
met-
am.
I met him.
I wish I had your range.
I met Kip Winger. He was kind of
Kind of
weird.
what?
Yeah,
What was
he
weird
wasn't-
about him?
He just wasn't. It's like he didn't want to be there to meet fans. The rest of the band.
Well, he didn't want to be there to meet you. There was a pretty girl
No,
behind
no,
you, and,
yeah.
and Johnny's
No.
like, "So will you sign this?" And
No,
yeah,
no,
sure.
actually, the girl in front of me went to take a picture of him, and her camera messed up. And she's like, "I got to do it again." And he was like, he was rude to her, saying, "Nope, keep moving," kind of thing.
Oh wow,
He wasn't
That's
cool
unusual.
at all. Yeah, he wasn't nice at all.
Did
Well,
she have a
you know-
penis?
I think there are some
No,
guys
that was the problem.
there are some guys that are just not social animals when it comes to doing that. I had that experience with Cinderella on their first tour. They didn't really want to talk. We met them at there's a place called, it's a record chain up in the Northeast called Strawberries Records and Tapes. People from the New England
People
area
keep
will know what
talking
it
about
is.
strawberries for some reason.
It was a good record store.
Dingleberries. That's the one by Renus.
And we ran into we met the guys from Cinderella on the Night Songs tour. So it was their first tour. They were just getting out there and doing their thing, and we were trying to get them to do some IDs for the radio station. And Tom and Eric and Jeff was just not interested in anything. But Tom and Eric both were like, nah. And Fred Curry come out of the blue. He's like, "Hey man, hey radio guy, come here for a second." And he was all about it. Fred was the nicest guy in the band. Now, I've met Tom since then, and he is a much nicer guy now than he was then.
He's nice, but he's quiet.
Well, nobody
Yes.
cares now.
Yeah, maybe.
Nobody cares at all. So any attention he gets, he'll take.
It's possible. Yeah. No, I think that, you know, a little humble pie will change
Mhm.
people's, before the late Kevin Dubrow passed on, I had many opportunities to sit and hang with him, and he was the nicest guy at the end. He was not the nicest guy in the first two records, and even the third record, that QR3 record. He was not a nice guy at all. He was a complete asshole. But I think he recognized it, and when he got a second chance to get out there and do his thing, he was much more humble, and had much better hair that he paid for.
His lights must have changed.
Yeah, maybe.
And Rena springs up. We were talking about Tom Kiefer, who sang the very famous "Pat's Dogs" commercial. The cook is never tired. Yeah, no, I hung out with Tom. He was very quiet. He was very
Yes.
excited to see.
He's an introvert.
The Pat's Dogs guitar. So we were talking. He was giving me like the whole backstory of like, when he started and, he won that guitar in a guitar contest and how they go to, Pat's, steaks and hot dog stand and get free food after the shows. So they agreed to do a TV commercial. And, one of the guys, if you remember, was vegetarian, so he wouldn't eat a hot dog on camera. So he ate a bun. He just stuffed an empty bun in his mouth, and it's pretty obvious in the commercial. But anyway, back to Tom. Yeah, no, he's very quiet. He is, Paul. He is an introvert. He talks, but he's just like kind of just shy, and he wants to perform. He loves his music, and then he kind of, I guess, wants to just chill, Not really about the fans.
I'm going to put a link into the chat of Tom Kiefer doing an acoustic version of "Shake Me" at a radio station that I programmed here in Phoenix years
Oh, that's
ago.
cool.
That you guys will probably appreciate, because he sings it differently. He slows it down and it becomes sort of a swanky thing, which is kind of neat. So it's there.
Well, everybody's got opinions. Hey,
Yeah, but
nobody's got the answers.
It was like,
that shit you had for breakfast. Oh, well, it'll only give you cancer. Ooh, we're running in a circle, running
So
to the morning light.
he does the shake me all night. She says, shake me, shake it, don't break it. It's like a really sort of a goofy swag thing.
Lounge
Yeah.
singer.
Like a Sinatra version.
It has a weird feel to it. So it's in the link is in
all
the chat.
night long, all night
That
long,
YouTube-
baby.
That YouTube link is right there in the chat if you want to check it out.
I want to check that out later.
It's pretty good.
Let's say, what's the timestamp on that? Let's see. I'm making note.
1:34:30.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that because I wanna watch that.
Yeah, I engineered it, so if it sounds like shit, it's my fault.
Now, what's interesting is going back to Sebastian Bach. If you listen to that first Skid Row demo with Matt Fallon, it was okay. It was good. You know, it wasn't a bad singer, but it was, again, very like you and I always talk, Paulie, about those C-level, you know, later brought in third tier bands from the very late 80s, you know, third wave. It was just like that level. You know, the music was cool, but the singing was like very basic, very average. And then you compare it to Sebastian, and he just like shits life into it. Like,
well, that's my point. My point is he's got a charisma and a style and that extra something that many of his contemporaries don't have. They didn't have it. Sebastian Bach has it. You know it when you see it or you hear it. And he had it. I don't know if he still does these days. I haven't seen him in a long time, but that's the whole point.
I saw him in like 2015 or 16, and he still did.
Right.
You know, I mean, you know, he put on a little weight. You know, his face is a little fuller. He got a little older.
Shit, he's, you know,
But,
we all
did. We all did. I mean, I don't age every year. I stay 29 every year. But Sebastian has chosen, and Johnny also. But Sebastian has chosen to stay the same age. I'm sorry, to age. But he looks amazing. He looks really amazing, you know, and he's still got the pipes as of 2015 and 16. So, but I'll tell you what, you know, him saying, you know, I wrote the rhythms to those songs when I sang them. What do you think about that? Do you think that holds some water? I mean, it doesn't give you writing credit, but
I think, look, there are a lot of bands.
I'm asking you as a singer. So
what? That if you didn't write it, that it detracts from your credibility?
No, I'm saying if you didn't write the lyrics, do you feel you should get some credit because you kind of sang it to a certain rhythm, to a certain melody? You know what I'm saying?
Look, words are just words on a piece of paper until you give them sound. So, you know, don't get me wrong. There's a difference between being a great singer and a great songwriter or a great lyricist. Look, David Lee Roth may be one of the top lyricists in the history of music, not a great singer. Steven Tyler.
Right.
Steven Tyler has the rare combination of both. You know, Ozzy Osbourne never wrote a lyric in Black Sabbath. That's all Geezer Butler. So I think just because you write the words doesn't mean you give the words life. And there are a lot of bands that have had songs written by other people, but until that singer gets a hold of it and gives it its flavor and its personality, I think the singer can make the song. Now, that said, if the song's a piece of shit from the get-go, there's nothing a voice can do to save it. So I think that Sebastian Bach, and you actually brought up the point earlier, Sebastian Bach gave life to songs that they didn't have with Matt Fallon. So yes, I think he gets credit for it.
Okay, that's the way I felt also. What do you think,
Yes.
Johnny?
Yep, he's out. Yeah, I honestly believe that you know, the voice brings the color to the song. I mean, and we've heard bands do awful covers of great songs, and we've heard great singers sing awful songs, and you tolerate it. The voice, if the voice is good and the tone is good and they can give it some character and some color, you're more willing to tolerate it. Now, there are a lot of really bad songs out there, but you tolerate them. Like "Do Do Do Da 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 Da" by the Police is a horrible song.
Now Johnny will come back. Wait,
but it's got style. And because it's got style and because the song itself, the song structure is great, who cares that the lyrics are nonsense?
Right.
You know? And I absolutely believe that Sebastian deserves credit for being the best pure singer of that era, of that hard rock era.
Good night, Adder.
We go back to that Kiss song.
I love that story. What have you got? Tonight, I'm going to give it all to you. Yes, I love this. I love where you're going with it. In the darkness, there's something that I want to do. Yes, I know what that something is. What's my part? Kill me now.
He was so bummed out by
He was
that.
so pissed.
And Paul was so happy. Gene, I got a great new song. You're going to love this.
I would love to hear it. No, by the way, I have a song. It's called Almost Human. You know what it is? I'm Almost Human. It's a great song. What have you got, Paul?
This is really great. So,
All right.
Okay, so the beginning goes, I'm going to give it all to you.
I love it. I love where you're going with this. I know this.
In the darkness.
Nobody's going to see what's going on.
Yeah, and you don't have to look at her face neither.
Yes, I love
And
it.
then-
The dirty.
and then-
I feel what you're throwing down there.
And then you go with your part, which is incredible, just like this.
Kill me now. You're killing
No,
me.
really.
You're
No,
killing me.
it's gonna be-
Why do I have to sing this?
Gene,
I
it's going
hate
to be
this.
so great. Oh, you're going to love it.
hate this
People
song.
be dancing at
I
Studio
hate this
54 to
song.
this. It's
Yeah, I
disco.
hate this.
People love disco.
And you know the part about that. And by the way, that was exactly how the discussion went, according
it was.
to all parties involved.
Yeah.
What's funny about it is
Everything.
after Gene said that, he was saying it to a female reporter, and the female reporter said, "Well, haven't you really grown to appreciate the song over the years?" He goes, "No, you would appreciate it because you're a girl. I want to sing man songs." I was like, "Oh no."
That's so Gene, you know.
That's the worst thing. I want to sing man songs. The Cobra Kai platoon. That's literally.
penis.
That's what. But this is funny. By the way, this is the same guy that's saying, that sang, "When you wish upon a star," in 1978. True story. For those that don't own it, the Gene Simmons solo album from Kiss has a cover of "When You Wish Upon a Star" on it. Fact.
That's
So that's
awesome.
the funniest thing is a year before he had to sing doo, 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 he was singing Mr. Make Believe, Mr. Make Believe. And I'm like, wait a second, you're singing that and you have a problem with doo, 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 doo. You know.
You know, I know it was like during the disco era, but that is still one of my all-time favorite Kiss songs.
I am not a fan of that song, but I do love Sure Know Something off that same record.
It's a great record. I mean, they're
Yeah,
all great record. Well, except the older.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, Gene doesn't play most of the instruments on his solo record, which is hilarious. He gets guys like Joe Perry. Like Joe Perry is on Gene's solo record. Rick
Gene
Nielsen
has some pull.
is on that. Bob Seger is on that record. Cher is on that record. Katie Segal is on that record.
That blew my mind when I found that out. That blew my mind.
Yeah, she's a fantastic singer. She sang a lot of the songs in Sons of Anarchy. I don't know that people know that.
That you mentioned on a previous episode.
Yeah.
Wayno says Johnny went off to answer the door. False flag sent a cash delivery via FedEx. I think false flag can't get Johnny his cash fast enough, is what it is. Don't these limits go higher? I can only send this much at a time.
Agreed. R2, R3. I mean, in this order: Ace, Gene, Paul, Peter. As far as the solo records go, in my preference, Ace's is by far the best. Gene's is a close second. I actually like Gene's record a lot because he branches out and does a lot of stuff that you would never expect from Gene Simmons on that record. Paul's is exactly what you would expect Paul Stanley to put out, and Peter is not good unless he's got somebody else. You know, he's had some amazing moments in Kiss. I think Mr. Speed is a fantastic song. I think Black Diamond is a great song. I think that I love Hooligan. Baby Driver. You know, I like a lot of the stuff that he sings in Kiss, but the solo records that he put out when he left Kiss were all shit. Garbage.
You're talking Ace's stuff?
No. Peter stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Peter.
meant Ace. I was like,
No,
I love
Ace's, I love Ace's
I love
solo.
Fraley's comment.
Yeah, I love Ace's solo stuff. I really do. I love the fact that never has a guy with, outside of Lemmy, never has a guy with a worse singing voice off key been able to be as good and cool as he is.
Or sloppy playing. And we love him for it.
I love that. I love Ace's lack of skill.
It's kind of like David Lee Roth, kind of like why we like David Lee Roth. You know?
Yes, there's a character there that is undeniable and unable to be duplicated. Nobody, I mean, CC DeVille does a pretty good job, but nobody plays guitar like Ace Frehley. And that might be a good thing. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I love CC. So
yeah, but that's that whole. I love that. And it's not great, but it's great.
It is. There's something fun about it.
Yes. Same thing with AC/DC. Not technically proficient, although Angus is a better guitar player than he gets credit. But AC/DC, very simple, 3 chords and a bottle of whiskey, and it's a great 3-chord thing.
Yeah. Just get me an SG and a Marshall amp, and we're good.
Yeah, we're good. And that's really what it is. Just turn it all up. Dime everything and have at it.
Exactly.
And some shorts.
Just tens. Yeah.
Yep.
Give me the schoolboy outfit. We're good.
To answer Fruitcake Tony, yes, there are shows happening here in Phoenix already.
Yeah, stuff. Listen, live music is starting to get playful. Hey, speaking of Kiss, this is the week that A&E's documentary, their 2-night documentary biography, KISStory.
It's a week from today, I think. Is
airing. It's it's June 27th and 28th.
Yeah, so it's a week from yesterday.
So this is the week to announce it for sure. Mark your calendars. Basically, let's see, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they're 2 hours each night. Now, this is the fun part. It's Paul and Gene, and Peter and Ace were invited to participate, but Peter basically wants no part of it. He says, I'll get involved if I'm getting a paid wage and some creative control. They said, absolutely not. And he says, okay, I don't want to give you any new footage, and you have no right to use any part of Beth in that biography because he co-wrote it, so he still has rights to it. And then Ace was asked a while back to participate, and Ace said, well, how much are you offering me? And they said, well, this much. And he's like, no, fuck that. I'm not participating at all either. So it's basically all under, like most Kiss stuff, Gene and Paul's control, and no new footage from Ace or Peter, but you are invited, or they were invited, to give new footage, to give stories, to give everything. And now they're both pretty bitter about it, because they're just not getting, the money offers were insulting, no creative control, stuff like that. And, again, classic Gene and Paul show at this point. But look, I'm going to watch it.
I am too, but
I love them.
We've already heard the stories. It'll be interesting to hear how they retell the same story over and over again,
but with a different edge.
Yeah, I think it's a shame that a band with all the 4 original members still being alive, that is legendary as the way they are. I mean, as far as American rock bands go, Kiss could be one of the top 5 American rock bands of all time.
They are in my book.
Yeah, and in my book as well. But you look at their album sales, you look at their performance, you look at what they've done. Hello, Lemmy. It might be time for me to tap out. I
think more gold albums than anyone, right?
Yeah, they've sold more gold. They have more gold and platinum albums than any other American hard rock, any other American rock band, which is pretty stunning. And the fact of that is, and the reason why they have more than bands like Van Halen and the Eagles is that they've put out more music than bands like Van Halen and the Eagles. All right. I'm getting the, do you hear that?
You're getting the sign.
I'm getting the, I have to go out and take a shit sign. I got you, baby. All right, I gotta go.
All right, brother.
Have fun with your
Paul.
guitar. Sorry about that.
Nah, thanks, Paul. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night. And then it's Johnny and I. Oh, Johnny's awake. Oh my god.
Oh, hey everybody! I'm awake now. Here, I gotta change over to the next. There we go.
There's two shot.
There it is.
There we go. There we go. So yeah, look, I'm bummed out that obviously, you know, that Peter and Ace aren't participating because you know you only have so much till the end. But you know that's basically where it sits.
Do you think they'll really care though?
I think Peter, from what I spoke to someone in Peter's family, and they were basically telling me that Peter in general is just bitter about a lot of things Kiss, and he really doesn't, you know, want to get involved in a lot of stuff. You know, look, I think both Peter and Ace are unhappy that the characters they made and established are being still used without them. And I can't blame them on that. I understand legally Gene and Paul have the rights to quote unquote the characters, you know, the masks, the merch, and, you know, using those images. But I think, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I understand where they're coming from.
I meant though, do you think Gene and Paul care if the other two guys are there or not?
Oh, absolutely not. I think they
like at all.
I think they have to ask them. You know, I think they absolutely have to ask them. And you know, if they didn't ask him, the fans would be upset and whatever. But I know Gene and Paul will always want creative control over everything Kiss because they've been in the band. They've always been in the band. They've never come in and out of the band. They've always, you know, you know, held with the money and the business decisions. It was always those two anyway, you know? So it's like, you know, that's the big one, you know, that's the big thing. And, you know, speaking of which, in a recent interview, they were talking to Paul, and Paul, you know, reiterated what we've spoken about once before, that it would be very easy for Kiss to, and he expects, by the way, so he's planting these seeds in your head. He expects Kiss and thinks it would be very easy for Kiss to continue when him and Gene retire, because they're characters. So it's just, you know, in Paul's mind, go ahead.
That's when the other two guys can come back.
Yeah, that's when Peter and Ace will take over. As long as there's two original members.
When they're playing a club in Hollywood somewhere on a Sunday night.
The fun part will be Peter and Ace will come back in Paul and Gene's makeup. So they'll all be like shuffling makeup around to different people.
Even Paul and Gene's replacements will be bossing them around.
But it's funny though, because it's like, don't you see the costume I'm wearing? I'm Paul now. That means, Eric Carr, you're under me. Wait a minute. I've been in the band for 15 years. I don't care. For 20 years or whatever it was.
Paul said that
he always said that, you know, like Batman, you look at the Batman movies, there's always someone different in the costume playing the character of Batman. So he sees Kiss as someone else could play, you know, the spaceman and the Catman and the demon and the Star Child. You know, he basically feels that people can play those characters afterwards. He says the one thing I have a problem with though is, you know, looking at all the Kiss cover bands, he feels there's no one that does a really accurate Paul. And when he says accurate, he says not just, you know, copying him like a puppet, but, you know, doing original things that Paul would do and things like that. So he says that would be the biggest challenge of replacing him and Gene in, you know, as Kiss members, but continuing on the band with other people behind the makeup. You know, meanwhile, Ace Frehley says the opposite. He says, well, The hardest thing I have a problem with is I think it's stupid that anyone would continue KISS without any original members, because what would you do if you were the Rolling Stones? You know, if Keith Richards and Mick Jagger, you know, passed away or retired, could you see other people being the Rolling Stones? He says no, it would be ridiculous. I see the same thing as KISS. But now here's the difference, and I'm gonna confront Ace with this. With that said, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards are not playing characters. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Paul Stanley and Gene kind of have that loophole that
they're characters.
They're also playing characters.
Jagger is a character. I mean, but he's not.
But he's not like a superhero.
But he's himself.
Yeah, that's
he's himself, and there's no makeup hiding who he actually is.
Yeah, he's not like, you know, a superhero has a costume, or, you know, you look at KISS as superheroes or as, you know, characters in a play or something. You know, you know, Gene Simmons is playing the Demon. Paul Stanley is playing the Star Child. Now, make no mistake, I don't know how well it would do if you replaced Paul and Gene. I think it would be a totally different band, but I could see where, and Paul emphasized, he's like, it wouldn't be KISS 2.0. It would just be KISS, you know? So I could see where, you know, they're saying like, you know, you're still playing those characters. Like in a play, you know, if you're in Wicked, you're still playing Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West. You know, they've had multiple different singers, blah, 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 doing that music. I get what he's saying, but I also see what Ace is saying. I see both sides of this, but from what I'm getting and what he's promoted for years with Gene, they want to keep KISS going. They want to see KISS continuing on, you know, with, you know, 4 guys in makeup and costumes playing those characters. You know, Kenny Dave says it would be like Beatlemania. Yeah, something similar, basically. You know, and that's kind of interesting.
So like a tribute show.
You know, in some ways you could say it's like a KISS cover band, but it also depends if Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer stay in the band. You know, because then they would be established members of KISS for what, you know, 20 years, something like that. So they would have some credibility, you know. But it's like, you know, I mean, Paul and Gene just want to keep that register ringing, you know? It's like you with the lights. They just want that register to keep ringing. So they're going to try it, I'm sure. You know, that's a great survey right in the chat right now. Would you go see KISS with all new members? Now, hold on. Let's not make...
There's a poll in there already.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. Let's not call it all new members. Let's say that Eric Singer stayed on in drums and Tommy Thayer continued on playing the Spaceman. So let's give it the more possibility, because I think that would be legitimate that those two would stay in that band.
But even after they left,
the
band keep going with all completely new.
But when you say completely new, now let's say that the Tommy and Eric stayed in the band for, you know, 10 years with a new bass player and a new frontman. Okay. And then they left. Now you have 10 established years with that bass player and that frontman. So hit the survey button. I'm very curious. I would still go see them. I don't think they would be, you know, as fun. But, you know, again, like I go see cover bands, you know, one of my friends is in Back for the Attack, which is a really good Dokken cover band. And, you know, it's hey, John Biel in the chat. John Biel's here. John Biel. Now, if anyone has any questions, now's the time to ask. The poor guy just wants to watch a show, an entertaining show, but only we were on, so he has no choice but to watch us. But there he is. There's our boy. But yeah, now's your time. Now's your chance to ask him all the questions that were burning in your little kishkas.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you, John BL. We kept it warm for you. Now it's your time.
Mr. Hellstorm 74 says I would go see Mini Kiss. Mini Kiss is the band with dwarves. It's 4 dwarves playing Kiss. They were in I think a Cherry Coke commercial or something, or Cherry Pepsi commercial. So that they're fun. I mean, look, there's a lot of good Kiss tribute bands out there, and I think if they were really good, I would go see them just as much as any tribute band that I do. With that said, would I go see them, and pay like regular Kiss ticket prices? No, I would not.
No, but that's what they would want.
That's probably what they would ask. Yeah. Look, I still buy Kiss merch. Kiss merch is cool. It's always been cool. It's always fun, But would I pay like, hundreds of dollars to see, Kiss without Gene and Paul? No, I wouldn't. But I'd go see him at, a club, or if the price was right or something. And I don't see, a Gene and Paul-less Kiss filling up arenas the way the original guys would, So, sure, they could be fun, but not, not expensive.
I mean, what they should have done, if they want to keep this going for years and years and years,
it makes money. They do. Yeah.
they just shouldn't have said anything and had lookalikes, and like they could keep going and going and going, and people would think that's still them.
You would know. If you look at
Not if they're good enough.
No, hold on. If you look at Tommy Thayer, if you look at his face, that's not Ace Frehley's face.
No. I mean, from now on.
Well,
from now on, if they went out and got like guys that looked and acted just like them,
it's still wouldn't cover. I mean, you would know. You would still know. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good show. A lot of Kiss cover bands are a good show, and Kiss as they are put on a great show. All Dave All Night says Mancooter and said Paul. My Long Island accent. Paul. Oh, I thought he said pull, like pull my pud, which I'll do right after the show.
Sharon, I do have ideas. Yes, and you're the only
pulling my pud.
No, and you're the only one watching on Facebook right now, so thank you.
There we go.
We have 100 and actually, no, you're not. We have several.
We have people
on
watching on Facebook too. Most people are watching through YouTube, though.
About 6 people on Facebook.
Listen, we don't care how you watch. As long as you watch, we appreciate our audience. That's what's important. We appreciate you. We appreciate that you're spending time with us rather than doing something productive or watching something actually entertaining. So we really appreciate it, believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're thankful that you sit on the toilet and look at your phones and enjoy this.
And watch us and, wipe your ass when I say something.
Wow. Okay. So we've gotten 41 votes. 41 votes in the last 5 minutes. 12% yes, they would go see Kiss with all new members. 73% no. And 15% maybe.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's as good as seeing a Kiss cover band if you're paying that much or that little, I should say, money. I mean, that's basically what happens. But if you're talking regular ticket prices, no one's gonna pay, regular Kiss prices for a band without Paul and Gene. That's nuts. I don't care who they get. Bless you.
Thank you. And here's Gene. Somebody just sent this in just now.
There, let's see. Wait. Oh, there he is. That's Gene reacting to the idea of making more money after he's retired.
Awesome.
Nice.
You're watching the show. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a cool looking Gene too. Who sent that?
Let's see.
That's a cool looking Gene.
Who sent that? Let me know.
There's so much cool Kiss merch. I mean, it's just never ending. I just love that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've
Thank
known
you, Crazy Country.
I've known many. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Eric. What are you looking at? Someone sent you a dick pic? What?
Nirvana? How do you say Nirvana? Nirvana? I can't even pronounce this.
Nirvana blows.
Nirvana. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Nirvana.
It's Nirvana
how would
with
you
the
pronounce it?
lights out. It's less dangerous. Here's my peenie. Here's my anus.
Nirvana?
Yeah, Nirvana. Hello, hello. I ruined heavy metal for everybody. I don't like Kurt Cobain, but I do love Arnold. And Metallica brings up Tommy Thayer. Tommy Thayer absolutely paid his dues in metal. Tommy Thayer was a roadie for Kiss. Tommy Thayer retaught Ace Frehley to play his own songs. And, Tommy was the guitarist of Black and Blue forever. So I mean, yeah, no, he's not some hack. I mean, look, much respect to Tommy and much love to him. The problem is, and again, I hate to sound like a broken record because everyone's brought this up forever. Ace and Peter should be Ace and Peter. I wish they would have come up with totally different characters in the way that Vinnie Vincent did as the Ankh Warrior. I wish that, the way that Eric Carr did as the Fox, they came up with their own Kiss level characters. And that's what pisses people off about, Eric Singer in Peter Criss's makeup and Tommy and Ace's makeup.
The hardcore fans are mad. The casual fan could care less, and they're excited.
I don't know about that. I mean, look,
so.
I love seeing Kiss in every incarnation they've done. I like seeing them now with Eric and Tommy, who, make no mistake, do an incredibly good job. But the thing about Tommy is he's imitating Ace. He's not doing his own thing. He's doing all of Ace's shtick. And that should be Ace. And if it's not Ace, it shouldn't be that character. Again, just my 2 cents on it.
Does he have the smoking guitar too?
Yes, he has a guitar that fires up the fireballs and shoots those into the audience.
And does he mess up a lot when he plays?
No, actually, he's probably a cleaner player, actually. But with that said, he drinks less. But with that said,
well, then he's not.
That he's not doing Ace. I know. Kenny Dave says, "I want to see drunk ass Ace." No, yeah. No. Look, I love Kiss in every incarnation. I think they're one of the coolest, greatest bands that really ever did rock. Huge fans. Paulie's a huge fan. Both of us, Metallica brings up Menudo, and that's interesting because that is the way Menudo did it. Is Menudo was a boy band, a Latin boy band, and they would always replace members when they got to a certain age. It was like Logan's Run. Did they send the members to Carousel where, I
saw that movie.
They put them to death. It's like, you've reached 21. You can't be in Menudo anymore. Oh no. And, they start shooting at him with lasers.
I used to hang out with one of the guys from Menudo.
They send the Sandman after him. Which one?
Ricky Martin.
Oh, there you go.
I knew Ricky Martin before you guys knew who he was.
He did okay, didn't he?
He would come over to Desmond's house. I would let him in the door, actually. I would open the door for him. He'd come in, and that's when they were working on Livin' La Vida Loca.
See, and my mother wouldn't because she's so cautious at the door. Who's there? Who? Ricky who? Ricky Ricardo? No, Ricky Martin?
Yeah.
I don't know you. I'm sorry. I won't open the door. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. No. It's unless it's Halloween and you're trick or treating. I don't want to open the door. I don't know you. No. Poor Rick. Is that supposed to be my mom? Cackling? What are you giving that voice to my mom? My poor beloved mom. My mom hit me with a great one this week. She calls me up. She calls me up and she is like, "Oh, I love the taste of those balls." And I'm like, I'm sorry, what, mom? Those balls, they're delicious. I don't know what you mean. What do you call those? Testicles? Nah, why are you so gross? You know, those crunchy balls. David Crosby's balls? No, the crusty ones. I reiterate, David Crosby's balls? No. Oh, John, no. She meant falafel. But
Oh yeah. Feel
yeah,
awful.
She called me up and she had to, we're having another problem with the lawn. And I know this was like last year's story too, but this is the lawn 2.0. The lawn has weeds that are 4 feet high, and it's hard because the gardeners are all shorthanded and all their workers are not showing up for work, and it's been very hard to get gardeners. So she finally got someone, and we're thinking this ordeal is over. And then she calls me up. Oh, they only did half the lawn. Why? What happened? Well, they found poison ivy on the lawn, so now they have to call in and have it chemically sprayed, and then once that's dead, they'll resume doing the lawn. But so half the lawn is done, and the other half is still really like 4 feet high. So my neighbors must be going crazy with this. So more drama with gardeners and my poor mom, my beloved mom. Oh man. John, I would go see Kiss again. I'm just saying. There they are. My mother has a vested interest because she's wearing Paul's makeup. Maybe that would be the replacement for Paul. Maybe that would be. Johnny, what do you think? Yeah, because she looks like Paul. So what do you think? Do, 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 do. I want to give it all to you. Oh. In the darkness, when I can't see without a flashlight.
Flashlight.
I was flashlight. I was made for loving you, John. You nursed on my saggy jugs.
Oh.
I think my mom. What do you think? Give a survey. Would you guys go see Kiss if my mom replaced Paul Stanley? There's the survey. Let's see. Maybe that would help. Would you go see Kiss with my mom in place of Paul Stanley? And she'd be wearing the makeup. So put that poll up. Let's see.
Where is it?
With Mama Kuda.
Oh, here we go. All right. Would you go? Huh? Would you?
Black Diamond. Mama Kuda. Instead of Paul Stanley. If Paul Stanley retired and Mama Kuda was fronting, I think the numbers would go up, Johnny. Because I know I'd pay full price to see my mom fronting Kiss.
Would you go see Kiss with Mama Kuda on vocals?
Everybody's gotta leave their seat. Everybody's gotta leave their seat. Everybody's gotta leave their seat. Oh. Gotta lose your mind in Detroit, Rock City. Oh.
I think that would be great. I would go see. I'm gonna vote yes. I think this may be. I may reach out to Paul because I think this is gonna be a great idea. What do you think?
Yeah.
Even she could even do songs from The Elder, and it would work because she's the Elder.
Mm-hmm.
I was made for loving my gefilte fish. You were made for opening it. Here is my gefilte fish, baby. Can you stick your thing in it? I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh. Vote now.
Oh, baby, let's put the X in sex. Oh, I haven't had some in a while. I'm telling you, that would be great. Yeah, give a vote. I think people would go see. I may reach out to Paul and give him this suggestion. You know, Mama Mancuda, she really does capture the essence of what Kiss is. We're rebels. We're different. And I think Gene would give her one. I think Gene would slip her that salami. Oh, Gene Simmons is a nice Jewish boy. And now that I'm single, I don't know. Maybe he'd leave that Shannon Tweed woman. I don't know. I'm just saying. You never know. Yeah. Let's go see. All right. So you guys vote on that survey. Let's see what else we have. What time are we at? Okay. You know, I want to run this by you guys. I don't know if you know this because my buddy Mike introduced me to this thought, and shout out to my buddy Mike Mers for this because I didn't realize, you know, I have an Alexa in the house. I know a lot of you, I know a lot of you do, you know, and I never realized that if you say, Alexa, play porn music, you will get a result that literally right now, I assure you, hundreds of Alexas are suddenly playing these songs. And again, I don't normally like to set off people's Alexas, but this one you all have to hear. If your Alexa didn't hear it, just say that, and you will suddenly get a surprising amount of actual porn music from soundtracks. I guarantee right now, wives are getting all horny upstairs saying, what's that music downstairs? Honey, what are you watching? I didn't know that, but literally.
You're getting a lot of people busted right now.
Yeah, I know. No, but literally right now, if you try it, you will be shocked at what plays. Like really, like you would think like, you know, because Siri sucks. Siri would be like, I think you said order potato pancakes. Is that right? No, I did not say that. I said play porn music. I think you said find a magnifying glass app. Is that right? No, I will need one to find my penis, but no. But isn't that crazy? Like if you're doing it right now, tell me you're not shocked that there are actual soundtracks to porn movies. I didn't know this. There are albums
released
full. Yes, there are albums full of porn tracks. And it's like, it's hilarious. So if you guys are checking that out, tell me what you're hearing, because I was blown away. I tried it, and all of a sudden my house is filled with porn themes, and they're funny as fuck. So shout out to my buddy Mike for bringing that to my attention.
So you mean like current stuff or stuff from years ago?
Like classic stuff, like wah music, like wah 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 wah, with titles like I'm the plumber, here to fix your leak. I'm the butcher, here to deliver your beef. I mean, things like that. Pump me. I mean, all these titles of songs came on the screen, and I was like, holy shit. Yeah, boom chicka bow wow, boom chicka bow wow, boom chicka bow wow, ow 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 ow, boom chicka bow wow, boom chicka bow wow, boom chicka bow wow. Right now, my mother's like, oh, well, I might as well diddle. I get my vibrator. What's really funny is my mom's voice kind of sounds like the vibrator. You know, you close your eyes and you hear, ow. And then you hear, you know, playing with her vibrator. You know, very similar, but yeah. So right now, I guarantee my mom's Siri probably went off as well. Thank you, Alice. Let's see. And speaking of sex, because this is in pop culture news, so there's a Harley Quinn cartoon out there. Have you ever watched it, Johnny? You know the character Harley Quinn, though, DC Comics.
I know of
the Joker's girlfriend sometimes.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn fights Batman. Okay. So the girl who played Penny from Big Bang Theory plays Harley Quinn in this new DC Comics Harley Quinn animated series. I think they're going on to their 3rd season now. And this is not made for kids. It's very adult oriented, much like this show. And it's pretty dirty. It's pretty dirty. So there's like, you know, Harley, you know, teases someone about, you know, never fingering a girl and stuff like that. I mean, it gets pretty raw. They talk about sex and all sorts of stuff. Anyway, so the 3rd season gets submitted by the writers, and DC Comics comes back about this one scene where Batman, you open the scene and Batman is eating Catwoman's pussy. And I don't mean her pet. And the DC Comics people came back and said, we're not going to let you do this particular scene. And the writers said, why not? Well, because Batman doesn't eat pussy. What? What do you mean Batman doesn't eat pussy? What are you talking about? Well, superheroes don't do that. Superheroes don't do that? Yeah, they don't engage in that. Why not? Well, because we have toys to sell. We have action figures to sell. But here's the thing. This Harley Quinn cartoon, it's a very dirty, adult-oriented cartoon. And it has the characters messing around and talking dirty and saying fuck and, you know, all this stuff you wouldn't get like on your typical, you know, superhero cartoon. But the writers basically went public with this and said to the world, hey, just for your knowledge, DC Comics just announced that Batman doesn't eat pussy. Now, you know, of course, this came as a revelation to a million people, you know, and all of a sudden, all these memes of Batman eating pussy or stuff like that started appearing on the internet, you know, and writers are like, of course, what are you talking about? Superheroes don't eat pussy. Of course they do. What do you mean superheroes don't have sex? Of course they do. And all of a sudden, like scenes from comic books where they've had sex, you know, are starting to show up all over the internet and everything. And it's just kind of funny because it's like, you know, I could just see like, you know, things going down like, you know, J. Jonah Jameson from the Marvel Universe. Parker, get in here. Find me pictures of Batman eating pussy. You know, for the Daily Bugle cover or something, you know. But I think that's very funny. So all over the internet, there's all these memes of, you know, Batman not eating pussy and stuff and whatever. And, you know, all the writers are basically saying, yes, he eats pussy and whatnot. And, you know, they're showing all these other superheroes for you know, who have had sex. And, you know, like Green Arrow, you know, went down on Black Canary in the comics. And so they're showing those and, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was very, very funny that this is like such a big controversy, like lighting up the internet as like a trending topic. You know, does Batman eat pussy? I could just see like, you know, the Batman TV show. Holy capers, Batman. There's Catwoman's vagina. I'm going for it. No, hold on, Robin. We don't do that. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm like, holy horny, Batman. No, Robin. Superheroes don't do that. Superheroes, leave her alone. Let her diddle herself in sin. We wait till we're married, Robin. And we do it in the privacy of our own homes. I guess you're right, Batman. Holy capers. We better go chase criminals. Yeah, for the record, I'm sorry. Batman does eat pussy because if you're getting all the women that Batman is getting, and we're talking about a lot of women, we're talking Silver St. Cloud and Poison Ivy and Catwoman and just endless, Vicky Vale. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And you're a Bruce Wayne multi-gazillionaire. Oh, hi, Ellie. Yeah. Yeah. Forgot about that. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Rogers. Yeah. So if right now, Jay's putting Harley Quinn TV show on block. He didn't realize. Oh my God. Ah! Jeff T's wife just walked in. Oh, is that nice guitar show you watched? No, it's a sex talk show that mentions superheroes. Yeah, I know Burt Ward was getting laid all over the set of Batman, so don't even play DC Comics. You all know Batman eats pussy. You all know it. Millionaire Bruce Wayne. Come on, man. That's a man of style and luxury. So if I can eat it, Bruce Wayne can eat it. Let's see. What else is in the news?
Hey, Steve Carmichael.
Hey, Steve Carmichael. Let's do, we'll do it a few minutes early, and then we got some music news to go through. But let's do today's show and tell guitar while you're all contemplating, does Batman eat pussy? Yeah, watch the new Harley Quinn show. It's pretty raunchy. It's really raunchy. I mean, let's put it this way. If this is the topic of the Harley Quinn show, it's got to be fun. So
where can they see that?
I don't know what channel that's on. It's one of the streaming channels, I think, has it. Does anyone know what channel that Harley Quinn cartoon is on? I don't know which one it's on, but anyway, we're gonna do the show and tell guitar. Brought to you by, let's rip through a couple of sponsors, like our dear friends at Swiss Picks, my favorite showcase. There we go. Ooh, look at those beautiful Swiss Picks with those great grips. Is that those? The great gripping guitar pick? Those are them, Swiss Picks. So get yourself some Swiss Picks and try to get the Jason Becker edition, because I believe some of the proceeds help out Jason, which we always like to do. Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Also our buddies over at FU Tone. If you want to, come on, Johnny, you have one job. One job. FU Tone, if you want to get some hot rod parts, you want to get some titanium saddles or some noiseless springs, FU Tone is the place to go when you're hot rodding your guitar. There you go.
Yes.
And if you really, really want to hot rod your guitar, then you want the best in sound quality pickups, because everything that you're playing is going through your pickups. So why wouldn't you want, look at these beautiful Vinum custom pickups, the boutique pickup that can bring you any tone you want. Craig Vinum over there will take good care of you. Tell him John Mancuda from Talking Guitars and 80s Metal sent you. Vinum Pickups, maker of the Mancuda Custom, right there. Vinum Pickups, they have all different colors. They have all different tones. If you have a Les Paul that you want to breathe life into, nobody has Les Paul pickups, including like P90s and stuff, all custom wound by Craig Vinum. Vinum Custom Pickups, that's where you want to go. And just browse the website. You'll go crazy looking at stuff, and suddenly you'll realize, you know what? I have a guitar that I want to give a little different tone to, or give some new kick in the ass energy to. And you will get a Vinum Custom Pickups. And that's FU Tone, going back that way. Thank you, Johnny.
Found the sticker.
And then, of course, if you're going to get a kill switch for your guitar, get a Tessie switch, because those are the best guitar kill switches on the market today. Go to Tessie Switch's website and check them out. Make custom kill switches. So you got custom pickups over at Vinum, custom kill switches at Tessie, and custom everything else from FU Tone. What more could you ask?
Gizmachi merch as well.
Gizmachi merch, and of course, Swiss picks. There you go. So today's show and tell guitar, the clue I gave you was they're great. And lo and behold, Johnny, what's great compared to short change, but look at that thing.
Wow, somebody guessed that earlier.
Someone did guess it. Did you get a thumbnail, Johnny?
Here, let me open this. What channel was this?
Thumbnail, Johnny?
Here, let me open this. All right, got it.
Okay, there you go. This is, we were talking earlier about classic BC Rich Gunslingers. They're talking classic BC Rich Gunslingers. This is an original 1988 BC Rich Gunslinger. One of the real guys, one of the original guys. Look at that. And the tiger extends to the back, which a lot of graphics didn't. A lot of graphics just were on the front of the guitar, especially with the Gunslingers. This particular one wraps all around, must have been a custom order. All I know is this particular one gets a lot of love from me. It's got a little wear on the back. And I didn't do that, but I add to it. And again, one of the nicest things about these Gunslingers is this neck. Oh my God. The classic Gunslinger necks, they're flat, D shape, an R2 nut with this cool, badass reverse blade headstock. Look at that. This is, in my opinion, one of the best pointed headstocks of the 80s. These are so good looking. I just love the design of that headstock, and with the script logo. I mean, this for me is just classic super strat. This is as good as it gets. You know, one piece neck, maple, dirty maple. Look how dirty this one is. And if you have a maple neck, do not clean them. They get better with age. The grease, the oils from your finger, the dirt, they just get grungy and smooth as glass. They're so, look at how well I do that, by the way. They just get so beautiful with the way that these necks are. They're just so, they break in so nicely, and they're so fast. And again, you know, 22 fret neck. This particular one has an EMG in there. And you got the licensed Floyd with a recess. One volume, that's it. All business. This is a business and nothing else shredder. But they're flashy and they're colorful, and I love them. I love the graphics on them. You know, it just has that classic 80s look to me. To me, an 80s guitar, again, you know, it should be flashy and colorful and play fast and sound great. And this really fits the bill. I give this one so much love. I really do. And again, with the Gunslingers, you have that classic cutaway at the heel. Look at that. So you get better upper fret access. This was so well designed by Glenn Lawrence and Glenn Matasiel over at BC Rich, formerly of Jackson Charvel back in the day. And they came over to BC Rich and they said, you know what? We have an idea to create a really fast super strat. And guys like Tracy Guns jumped on that. And of course, the best known players, probably Eric Turner and Joey Allen from Warrant. And of course, CeCe DeVille, who loved these. And I love these two. These are probably my favorite guitars. I love BC Rich and I love Charvel. And this is like almost like a poor man's Charvel, because it feels basically like a San Dimas Charvel neck. That's what it was modeled after. Like I said, you know, the designers, Glenn Lawrence and Dan Lawrence and Glenn Matasiel, who you of course recognize as being major graphic artists in the 80s. When they worked at Charvel in the San Dimas era, they were doing graphics there, and they knew what made a Charvel magical. It's all about those necks and a comfortable cut in the body, nice little belly cut right there, really, really good dimensions, light, alder, very, very flashy and a good looking headstock. And they basically said, look, let's take what makes a San Dimas Charvel such a good super strat and turn it into something for BC Rich. And they did, and here's the results. I love these things. They're just so slick. These are, in my opinion, these are just incredible super strats. I love them. So there you go. BC Rich Gunslinger, 1988. This one's in a faded tiger. You notice the nice thing about the tiger is it goes from orange to yellow to a little whitish yellow edge. It's got nice color in it. And the licensed Floyds. And again, licensed Floyd because at the time, 1988, Kramer still had that lock on the original Floyd Rose. So you had brands like Takuchi and others, diving in, doing licensed copies for brands like BC Rich and, like Jackson at the time. So again, Floyd, one pickup, one volume. And this one also is a little unique because usually the Gunslingers, unless you ordered them with a straight one like this, they're usually angled more. They're usually at like a little bit of a tilted angle, kind of like the way that Eddie did with his pickup. And you had on the Berettas. Some of the Berettas had them also with the angled pickups. But most Gunslingers have angled pickups. If you look behind me, right there, you'll see that the pink checker has an angled pickup. You can see on that one. But I just love these. I have a ton of these guitars, and they're terrific. So that is tonight's show and tell guitar. BC Rich Gunslinger, 1988, Tiger Stripe. Let's see, looking in the chat for questions regarding this. And yeah, a lot of them were very similar. If you change a few things about this, you have an ST3. An ST3 usually had a rosewood neck with a straight headstock, not reverse angle, but a straight angle. And then you didn't have that cutaway. That's one of the Gunslinger characteristics. If you didn't have that cutaway, and then you had, if you added two single coils, that would make it an ST3. So you have the humbucker, two singles, and a rosewood neck. That would be an ST3. And then if you added just a single coil to a Gunslinger like this, it was called an Assassin. So you had Gunslinger, one humbucker, Assassin, humbucker, single coil, and then the ST3, change the neck and the headstock, lose the cutaway, and add two pickups, and you have an ST3. But this is the all business one. These are, in my eyes, one of the coolest super strats, and I love them. Let's see. And a lot of people guessed that in the chat. Yeah, Tiger Stripe. They're great. Let's see. Just looking in the chat, see if there's any other questions about it. Tell you what. And thank you everyone for the nice words. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you like that guitar. Let's see. Andy LaRocque also was another one who loved playing the Gunslingers. That's correct. There were a lot of guys that took to these. But CC DeVille seems to be the biggest one. Him and the Warrant guys were real known about that. Let's see. What else are we looking at in the chat? Yeah, I know the neck's not upside down. That's just the way the reverse headstock is. Just cool like that. And I love the blade design of this. I think this is probably, to me, it's my favorite version of a pointed headstock. I mean, look how sharp and sleek that is. Made in the USA. And they only made Gunslingers through the first year of Bernie Rico owning the company, basically in 88, 89. After that, Class Axe took over the company. And they still made Gunslingers, but not really the same quality. It was really those 2 years that they really put out the bulk of them. And yeah, George Lynch had 2 of them. Metallica brings up, although ESP had him put on ESP necks on them, but he played them also with the BC Rich necks, those Gunslingers that Lynch played, and he liked them too. Let's see. Mike Johnson wants to know, didn't the Gunslinger also come with 2 humbuckers? You could order it custom that way. CC DeVille had a few like that. So yeah, you could have ordered. You know, the thing about old BC Rich is if you asked for it, they would basically build it. Jackson was the same way, and so was old Charvel. If you order it, they would build it. Kramer, not as much. But if you go to BC Rich or you go to Jackson Charvel and you say, yeah, I have an idea. I want this. They're like, they're sitting with an adding machine. Okay, that'll be a $600 upgrade, but you can have what you want. We'll build it. If you could think it, you could dream it, we will build it. And they did. So there you go. Tonight's show and tell guitar, 1988 BC Rich Gunslinger, which we were talking about Gunslingers at the first part of the show. So there you go. For me, there is no substitute. I love those. Let's see, Johnny, how did we go with the survey? Let's see how my mom did in the joining KISS survey. Let's see. Okay. The results are in. Johnny, if you could put up a photo of my mom. Let's see. While you all pretty much would not see KISS with replacement singers of Paul and Gene, you would, by 77%, go see KISS with Mama Mancuda on vocals. Yeah. Way to go, Mom. Ah, well, maybe I have a career in this after all. Nice. Thank you, everybody, for your votes. That's good to know. So right now, Paul Stanley's thinking, Gene, we really got to get that Mama Cuda on here. We got to get her at the show.
That'd be awesome.
I would be backstage. I mean, heating up some oatmeal for my mom.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing like after a big stadium show of a bowl of cream of wheat. I think that'd be great. Let's see what else. Let's see what else is in music news. I love you, Mom. If you're watching, there's your career. Let's see. So Wolfgang Van Halen, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfgang Van Halen, which I'm really excited about. I talked last week. I listened to the full album. I listened to it multiple times. I really wanted to get a gist of what was going on with it. And, I wanted to get a feel for it. So I listened to it multiple times. When you listen to an album the first time, you're like, okay, that's cool. It's cool. And then sometimes you hear it the second time, third time, it grows on you. And then you start picking out your really favorite tracks. Then you start isolating those tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfgang's album is a great listen through album. Like there's not a bad track on it. And I do have, favorites, but I just want to point out that right now, the numbers are in for his sales, and Wolfgang's album hit the charts. And here we go. Top hard rock album, #1, baby. Hard rock album, #1. Independent album, #1. Top album sales, hold on. #2. That says a lot in today's current musical society. Current album sales, #2. And on the Billboard 200, which is a huge amount of music right now. It is currently at number 12 with a bullet. Nice. Oh, man.
Doesn't even do it.
Hold on. Here we go. There we go.
Awesome.
Number 12 on the Billboard 200, and his sales are crazy good. Congratulations and well-earned, Wolfgang Van Halen, for the Mammoth CD. And he basically made a public statement on social media. I'm blown away and eternally grateful for the support you've all given me. This is absolutely crazy. Thank you. Like, seriously, a debut rock album getting a top 15 placement on the Billboard Top 200 in 2021. Absolutely insane. You are all incredible. And that goes out to his fans. And look, man, we've talked about it before. You know, the kid gets a lot of flack and a lot of undeserved craziness. But at the end of the day, he put out a really good fucking album. He played all his own instruments. He sang all his own songs. He wrote it all. God bless him, man. The kid earned it. Really, really, really earned it. And it's still climbing. He's at number 12 so far. That's where he entered his, you know, in the first debut week. So let's root for the kid. Let's support him. And if you haven't bought or downloaded or whatever you know format you're into, the new Mammoth Wolfgang Van Halen album, do it. It's a great album. It's a great, great album. And I'm real thrilled about that. And I like to buy a physical copy. So I've ordered a physical copy because that's how I show support for bands. I mean, yeah, I download them too, and I, you know, get them on iTunes, and I use that format too. But I like having the physical copy, and I think it was a really cool album put out. So I'm real happy for him.
It's great.
Elsewhere in music news, and this is another big one. This is fun. Do you know what major album is about to celebrate in a big way, Johnny, its 30th anniversary?
About to?
Yes. Think about 30 years ago. 30 years ago. It's, you know, it's celebrating it, you know, coming up soon.
I mean, I know one that just did.
Which one?
Foreign Lawful Carnal Knowledge, Van Halen.
Yeah. Fuck. Absolutely. That's a great album. I love Pound Cake. That's not
last Tuesday.
That's not the one I'm referring to, though. But
on my birthday.
Last Tuesday was your birthday?
Yeah.
I know.
And that was the anniversary of the record.
That's very cool.
Last Tuesday.
Did you get it for your birthday when it first came out?
No, I went out and I bought it.
Okay, but did you buy it on your birthday though?
Is Paul still listening? Paul, see, I did buy something. There you go.
Did you buy it on your birthday though?
No. Although the music video for Pound Cake premiered on my birthday.
I bought it when it was first released. I bought it on release day.
Yeah,
I waited in line at Tower Records, I think, at the time.
Oh, there was no record. There was no line for me. I skipped school, went right there, got it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's not the album I'm referring to, but congrats, obviously, to Van Halen on that. But it is Metallica's Black Album.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Which for them has basically been pretty much their biggest, you know, most commercially successful and critically acclaimed record for them and of all time. You have to realize what they pulled out of there. 1991 release, their first #1 album in no fewer than 10 countries, including a 4-week run at #1 in the US. And think of all the singles, Johnny, that they had out. You had Enter Sandman, Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters, Wherever I May Roam, Sad But True, all basically hit at #1 and, you know, playing MTV all over the place. Think about that. And also, by the way, unchallenged as the best-selling album in the history of the Nielsen SoundScan. Nielsen, like the Nielsen ratings, outselling every release in every genre over the past 30 years. This is why Metallica is the biggest metal band in the world right now. Probably always will be. So get this. So to celebrate the 30th anniversary, the Grammy-winning album is receiving a re-release, and it's not just a re-release. There's a lot going on with this. It's remastered for sound. It's available in multiple configurations, including 180-gram double vinyl LP, a standard CD, or a 3-CD expanded edition, as well as digital, a limited edition box set. Now, the box set contains, let's see, I got to read this. The album remastered as 2 LPs, a picture disc, 3 live LPs, 14 CDs containing rough mixes, demos, interviews, live shows from that time period, 6 DVDs, including DVDs with good tone.
With good tone.
Tone. Those DVDs are containing 6 DVDs, John. That's a lot. Containing outtakes, behind the scenes, official videos, live shows, along with a 120-page hardcover book, 4 tour laminates, 3 lithographs, 3 guitar picks, a Metallica lanyard, a folder with lyric sheets, and a download card so you can download all the music digitally. How crazy is that? Now, hold on. Now, the Metallica Blacklist is a tribute album that celebrates the influence that the Black Album had on other artists. So what that is that's, let's see, that's available in digital 4 CDs or a limited edition 7 LP vinyl pressing. And it features, let's see, 50 plus artists with all the music going to charities. The charities will be split evenly between All Within My Hands Foundation and 50 plus charities chosen by the artists who play on the albums. So they're all doing remakes of the Black Album. And here's the lineup. Let's read this to you. Of all the artists that did remakes. Now, when I say remakes, so they're all doing their interpretations of songs from the Metallica Black Album. So you'll hear, like, 5 artists doing Enter Sandman. You'll hear 5 artists doing Sad But True. You'll hear 5 artists doing Holier Than That, or, approximately 5 artists. But here's the whole lineup. This is a long list. The Metallica Blacklist album features the following tracks: Alicia Cara and the Warning, Enter Sandman; Mac DeMarco, Enter Sandman; Ghost, Enter Sandman. I like Ghost. Juanes, Enter Sandman; Rina Sawayama, Enter Sandman; Weezer, Enter Sandman. So that's all the people playing Enter Sandman. Then you go to Sad But True. You have Sam Fender, Jason Isabel, Mexican Institute of Sound featuring La Perla and Jera, Royal Blood, St. Vincent, White Reaper, YB, and that's all Sad But True. Then you go to Holier Than Thou. You have versions from, and it's got to be interesting listening to these different versions from all these different genre artists, because you have, like, people doing like country versions and ballad versions and, changing it up, and soul versions. Let's see. Holier Than Thou, the versions are from Biffy Clyro, The Chats, Off, Pup, Corey Taylor. Then you have The Unforgiven by Cage the Elephant, Vishal Dadlani, Divine, Shore Police, Diet Sig, Flatbush Zombies with DJ Scratch. Wow. I know what he does. Hash, Jose Madero, Moses Sumney. Have you ever heard of any of these people, Johnny? Other than Ghost and Weezer?
No.
No, right? So, who are these fucking people? Who are these people? Who are these people?
And why are they doing
Why
these
are they
songs?
playing Metallica? Who else is singing Enter Sandman? Let's see. Then you have Wherever I May Roam. The artists are J Balvin, Chase and Status featuring Backroad G, the Neptunes, John Party, and that's it for Wherever I May Roam. Then you go to Don't Tread let's see, Nothing Else Matters by Sebastian. Then Don't Tread on Me featuring, let's see, by Portugal, Aaron Beam, Volbeat, The Who, Jesus Christ. That I don't even know most of these fucking artists. Do you know anyone? Ghost and Weezer I recognize. Just about everyone else. I can't even pronounce some of these fucking names.
Poltergeist the Man, I know who they are. They had a hit last year, a pretty big one.
Oh, God bless them.
Or 2 years ago. I know who they are. Yeah.
And what's sad is I don't know who any of these people are, but all of them are obviously more successful than all of us.
Especially the Who.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not the Who. It's the HU. It's not WHO. It's HU.
HU.
It could be the huh. Maybe Mama Mancuda should have done a version of this. And nothing else matters. Let's see. I'm just gonna skip to any names I recognize. Now this one I actually do recognize. This one blows my mind. There's a version on there of Nothing Else Matters by, let's see, Miley Cyrus with Watt, Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Trujillo, and Chad Smith. Them I recognize, but that's all one song. They're all on the same track. I don't know how that is gonna work out. I'm sure it'll be cool. I would imagine. I mean, that's a lot of names on there. A lot of cool names. Robert Trujillo kicks ass.
Yeah, I think he's played some Metallica before.
Once or twice. Once or twice. I mean, you're not gonna get bad stuff out of, featuring Elton John. He's not gonna sign on to some garbage. Same with Miley Cyrus. I mean, she's a tremendous act. And looking down the list, there's not another fucking person I recognize out of all these fucking artists. Not a single one. I don't know if these are all R&B people or I don't recognize, like, if you said, like, okay, Sebastian Bach playing, My Friend of Misery. No other. I don't see other rock artists on here.
I recognize number 13.
I
recognize them.
Is that the name of the band, or are you talking track 13?
Yeah. The band. I can't pronounce it, but I recognize it.
What? Let me see. Zoom in on it because I can't. Try to pronounce it, Johnny. I have a different list than you. Okay.
Rodrigo
Y. Gabriella.
Yeah. I think they actually they did something with Al Skolnick. I want to say.
Okay.
I think. John Biel, are you here? I want to say
John Biel's like, I just want to relax.
My friend Skolnick performed with them, I want to say, some years back.
I'm just floored by the massive list of these people. Like huge list. I just don't know, like I said, other than Ghost and Weezer. And there's also a big hardcover book featured with coming out as well. I'm not sure of the title of it, but the book itself is going to have like all sorts of unpublished photos and things from also the making of that and a lot of cool info. I mean, it's going to be a massive amount of cool stuff to celebrate, that album. And again, I love that album. I really love that album. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's the one that they sold out on. Oh, shut up. Look, it's a great album. It really is a great album. And if I could sell out, absolutely I would sell out. I sell out every week, believe me.
I bought it. That was the first one I actually bought, and I mean I bought others before, but
I bought others before, but when I heard this one, I really enjoyed it just as much as the others. A little different, yeah, absolutely. Nothing else matters is a lot different than Disposable Heroes. I mean, it just is. I get it.
John Biel,
but it's all good.
John Biel just sent me the link. This how can I type?
John Biel is always working. See?
Yeah. Here's the link. Oh crap! Actually, John Biel, are you in the chat? He sent. Oh, there you are, dude. Can you post that link within the chat itself? I've got Facebook open on this side. He sent the link of that band performing with the Oxkolnik. Yeah.
And just to give you an idea, by the way, how big this album was at the time, if you weren't around at the time, because again, I'm only 29. So they had concerts. They had a listening party. They not where they played, but where you just went to Madison Square Garden in New York, and they filled up the arena that you had to buy tickets to do nothing but listen to them play the new album. And no players were on stage. Nobody was on fucking stage. They basically said, okay, here you go, pushed play, and suddenly the CD was on. And you were sitting there listening to the Black Album for the very first time, the first time anything had been played off of it. And people paid tickets to see that, to hear that. Think about that. Even though soon you'd be able to go to the store and just buy the fucking thing for whatever, $12, $15, whatever it was.
$19.99.
Yeah, right. $3.50, $3.50, $51.50. But people actually filled up Madison Square Garden just to hear the first playing of the CD. No live music whatsoever, boys and girls. Just to Metallica made a killing on that. Think about that.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool though too. If you're like a real hardcore fan and you're able to be with other huge fans and to hear something for the first time in a setting like that, that's almost like a concert or a Star Wars or something in itself. Being able to celebrate that.
My girlfriend at the time, she went with a girlfriend of hers. And I said, you're nuts for paying that for a ticket. I'm just going to buy the fucking album in a week, but okay. She came home, she bought the t-shirt, the whole 9 yards, and she was thrilled. But let's see, Mike Johnson, David Shea Gourmet, a couple of people in the chat pointing out they toured for like 3 years nonstop off of that album. Absolutely, man. This album put Metallica big time in the public eye. Make no mistake. And Justice for All, was their breakout with One, because suddenly other people other than those in the know, were listening to them. Look, I had killed them all early on. And, I saw them for the Master of Puppets tour. That was, my first concert with Ozzy. And, this is with Cliff. So I was really into them. I was enjoying them, but not all of my friends knew about them, not those that were into metal obviously did, but those that weren't didn't, know their music. And Justice for All comes out with the video for One. And I was like, oh, they did a video and it's for a cool song that put them on the map. But the one that really broke them out into the world for everybody was this Black Album. When Enter Sandman came out and that video came out, that's a kick-ass song, man. That is a kick-ass song. You would not be in a rock club in the 80s without banging your head to that every night. Thank
Or,
you, False Flag. Love you too, man.
Thank you, False Flag. Thank you so much for all your support, man. And you wouldn't walk into a Guitar Center and not hear that.
No.
Butchered.
Yeah, butcher. Well, I'm usually the one butchering it.
You wouldn't walk into a Guitar Center
I'm that guy,
and see
unfortunately.
Mancuda butchering that riff.
Or hear me. You'd be like, boom, bing, bong, boom, bong, boom. It's like, No, I love that song. I love that album. It's a good album. Different than the others, yes. Is it my favorite Metallica album? No, that would be Master of Puppets. But it's a great fucking Metallica album, you know? So, you know, and I saw them live, for that tour too. They were great. But there you go. So a big celebration for Metallica's 30th anniversary of the Black Album. And that's cool, man. That's very cool. I'm really glad for them with that.
Yeah, I can't wait for Jay Hannon to buy it and tell us about it.
Yeah, listen, I'm curious. I don't know if I'll buy the Blacklist, the Blacklist album. I mean, I'm happy with my original copy of all this shit. I won't be buying it. I don't care about the book, and it's not like Kiss where I have to have like 1,000 versions of everything. I love the album, but I don't need a remastered copy. It was great when it came out already. And I don't necessarily want 100 different artists' version of songs from that album, especially based on what I hear. I mean, maybe I'll download, the Ghost version and the Weezer version and the Miley Cyrus version, but that's probably about it.
You can preview them all on iTunes, I'm sure. All of them.
Yeah, I'm sure. And look, if I like it, I'll pay the whatever 99 cents or whatever it is to download it. But look, I mean, that box set, I mean, holy shit, that's like fucking Christmas if you're a Metallica fan. I mean, all the stuff that comes in it, where are you even going to put all that shit? I mean, seriously, it's just like a box of like Lars probably went through the storage unit and said, all right, what we got to get rid of some of this stuff, man. Let's just throw it in a box set. You have like 1 million lanyards and 1 million, extra photos and 1 million pics and all that stuff. And, but look, it's cool.
Yeah.
And
hey, Pascal.
Great album. Hey, Pascal.
Pascal from France is watching.
Bonjour, mon ami. I love France. Paris is one of my favorite places that I have visited and revisited for weeks at a time and plan to again because it's just awesome. So, vive la France, mon ami. And that's it, Johnny. That's all the news that's shit to print.
Bonjour. Mess
Bonjour.
Amos.
What?
Amos? Mess Amos?
Mon amis. Mon amis.
Emils?
Bonjour, mon ami.
Emils?
No, do not make fun of the French language.
No, I'm trying. I can't read. I can barely read English.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. I love the French language. I do. And by the way, if you guys out there are Rick and Morty fans, I saw the new episode this week. I didn't like last season. I thought it was, I don't know if it was rushed or it was just poorly written. I don't know. They're pretty crap episodes. I saw the first episode of this season the other night. Thumbs up, man. The new Rick and Morty episode is really, really great. If you're a Rick and Morty fan, what do you think, Johnny? Should we put up a survey if you liked this week's Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
David Shea Gomery said the same thing. Last season was mad. I love Rick and Morty. The first few seasons were great. Seasons 1 through 3 were terrific. I love them. Season 4 was, I thought it was terrible, and I thought it totally jumped the shark. But watching last night's or the other night's season 5 premiere was excellent. So the question is, did you like the first episode of this season of Rick and Morty? We're going to do one last survey tonight because I'm curious.
Rick.
I'm not going to give away spoilers. Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Do you watch Rick and Morty, Johnny?
No,
Oh, you should. It's like
I don't have
it's
a TV.
it's like Doc Brown and Marty from Back to the Future.
Oh yeah,
But Doc Brown is a drunk narcissist, and Marty's not quite as brave as he is. So the first episode of this season of Rick and Morty, that's the survey.
Rick and Morty. Yeah. A friend of mine does a voice on Rick and Morty.
Well, it's not me, unfortunately. So call Dan Harmon and tell him Mancuda needs to do some more voiceover.
No, my buddy Phil Hendry. He does the voice of I guess I'll say this of where is it?
Why would you hide it?
Gene Vagina.
Oh my God, Johnny.
My buddy does that voice.
Gene Vagina. Jesus. It's to hear those words come out of your mouth, Johnny, it's mind blowing.
That's true. Yeah, the principal. Yeah, he was the voice of the principal on Rick and Morty. He's probably done other voices too as well on there, but
Gene Vagina.
Oh yeah. He's done other ones. He's done. Whoa, there they are speeding by.
Yeah, I know, right? That's probably my to-go order for dinner. They passed the house again. They never get it right.
The voice of Davin, Principal Vagina, and a newscaster. He's done a lot of voices. A lot of voices.
Nice.
All right.
Principal Vagina. No relationship to
Enos.
That's right. I just love that. I do that every day.
Penis.
Just hearing Johnny's voice saying the word penis.
You call people and play that and hang up.
Yeah, I know, right? Johnny Beane just called me and he yelled out penis and he hung up the phone and I don't know what the hell.
Oh,
why does he do that? Yeah, so let's see. What does the survey say? Did you like the first new episode of Rick and Morty? 80% said yes. So I'm hoping, crossing fingers, that we're off to a really good Rick and Morty season. So I'm hoping so. Very cool. Very
vote
cool.
now. We've only had 10 votes.
82. No, the votes are going up. Let's see.
There we go. Vote now. Vote now.
75% said yes out of 12 votes. The overwhelming response, 77% we're at now. The votes are climbing. Yeah, if you saw the episode, you probably dug it because I know I enjoyed the shit out of it. So check it out. We get no kickback from that show, but drink a nice Bang Energy drink and get some Colonel's Gourmet popcorn while you're watching.
Yes.
And Renus wants to know, while we're talking about BC Rich, which was today's show and tell guitar, is there a BC Rich Platinum Series ST3 any good? And I always say this about the Platinum Series. Look, it's an entry level series for BC Rich. It's made overseas. You know, it's a cheaply made guitar. That's not to say that you can't rock the shit out of it. That's not to say that, if you're a good player, I mean, you can make, any entry level guitar sound great because, tone is in the fingers. Tone is in the fingers. So it's an entry level. I mean, that's the best I could say. I mean, some people love them. I just like the USA made ones, but that's just what works for me. I'm not a monster player, but I know some people are. And I've seen some people, take like Platinum Series or Bronze Series, the real entry level plywood body stuff and make them sound terrific. And look, you could also customize stuff. I'm sure if you, want to, get like a basic, Platinum Series and then throw a Vinum custom pickup in there and get some real, tone assistance, then, you'll make a good guitar. But again, you're talking, customizing an entry level guitar into what your needs are, depending on your budget and your tastes. But that's the BC Rich Platinum Series, basic entry level guitar. I think the bronze is just one under that if I have my series right. But you're not talking an expensive guitar. It's an entry level guitar, and do what you will with that. But like I said, I can't disparage what anyone else likes, because I like things that some people, someone who plays Les Pauls looks at my Gunslinger and says, "What the fuck is that?" So, just respect whatever your fellow players like to play.
Yes. And hey, Keith Campbell, welcome, man.
Hey, Keith. Better late than never. And you can always watch the rerun show. But look, leave a thumbs up on the video if we've at all entertained you, even a little bit tonight, even a smidgen, even my penis-sized smidgen. Yeah. Just, and leave comments on the video, because we love that. And we reply to them. We appreciate our audience. We really do.
Yes, we really do. And I think we can hit 100 thumbs ups right now. We're at 90 and we got 68 watching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let's get to 100 right now.
Yeah, if you haven't left a thumbs up, it costs nothing. So why not?
Very easy to do.
Costs nothing. Yeah. And while we're waiting on and watching thumbs up going up, let's thank our channel members,
which we love even more.
Johnny loves them even more because he gets a little bit more money out of there. Let's just take a look at the channel members, because let's see. We have our channel members. Thank you, Charles Green, Fruitcake Tony, and again, Tony, congratulations on the 1 year anniversary of Show Me Your Pick. That was a great show this week. And you could catch it on YouTube. Show Me Your Pick, number 52. And Michael the Captain Smith, David Ennis, Mike Neese, Richard Poole, Linny Lou, and my little geriatric sex kitten, Mary. Gargets Entertainment. That's Mary? That's Mary. Jesus Christ, I didn't know. Ooh, rock me, Amadeus. That's Mary. Let's see. Kurt 5150. Susan Silvestri. Hey, Susan. Mickey Settlemeyer. Joe Christian. Nicole Mrazek. Sean Bolland. Wayno. Stephen Franklin. Will Starr. R. Habs. KXM Rock. David Shea Gormley, my man. Bo Zeke. Crazy Cook 678. Carol Hatcher. False Flag. Margaret Scranton. Sean Silas. Trevor Burnson. Jarhead Rock. Page 2, our buddy Paulie, holding down the beer holding down the beer supply, watching the cooler. Thank you also, channel members: Hal Face, John Moronic, James Gum, Hillary Lewis, Jim Nicholas, 802 Blues, Mr. BHB Jr., that's Bruce, Frag 5150, Pal Guitars, Dan Halen, Frank Corcoran, Bent Tom, and of course Tom Jr., Michael B, Jeff T, R2R3 Locking Nut, Fernando Riley, Robot Master Switch, 6 Chicks 71, Rick Green, the Chad, 2 Brain Cells, Thomas Santiago, my buddy Voodoo Child SJ, that is Sean Johnson, Brian Spalding, Laguna Palms versus what I have, which is Harry Palms, Fender Guru, Music Therapy Laz, Ghost BC Rich, Murph Murphy, and now the news with Murph Murphy, 5150 TV, Steve Barton, All Dave, All Night, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, Hugh Caldwell, David Crosby is a dildo fucker. I am not. He sure is. Jesus Rapes Me, Randy Price, and of course, Steve Carmichael.
And I have to add to the list, Christopher Live Sowa.
How about you learn how to pronounce the poor guy's name?
Sawa.
Oh, Christopher Sawa.
Christopher Live Sawa.
Thank
His
you,
name
Christopher.
will be on that list. I'm going to rearrange the entire list. I'm going to
Yeah, make
Great.
them legible, Johnny. Make them like legible sizes I can
Baller.
read.
I'm going to put
I can-
everything on
pretty soon
one
I'm gonna-
page.
No, you're not. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna have to install like a 70-inch TV screen just to squint at all the channel members so I could read the list. Jesus. Just- look, we really thank you, Mike Neese. And look, thank you to everyone who watches our show. We so appreciate you. Thank you, Jesus Raves Me. Thank you, everybody. And again, be safe out there. We're starting to open up. I know it's controversial, but if you haven't gotten vaccinated, please do so. I want you all safe. And look, be kind to each other. Either way, we're all in this together. We're all getting back to our normal lives. And most of all, we appreciate and care about our audience. So be nice to each other. All right? Rock on, everybody.
Love you all.
Love you all. And leave thumbs up, please.
Leave thumbs ups, and I will see you guys later tonight on Twitch.
Say good night, Blue Rhino. Good night, Blue Rhino. Good night, everybody.
Where's the thing?
It's between my legs.
All right. Good night.
Good night.